down because we're getting ready to start. I would hope we would be.
Let's all stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Morning. Craig?
Morning. Don't have much for you. Update on the clock tower. Kramer notified me yesterday that they got to the water tables and they were running into rotted lumber. So they're gonna remove that, see how bad it goes, and start making the tickets up for repairs.
What is this? I'm sorry. I was
The-
on the phone with John.
The clock tower, they're running into rotted wood, so that's an additional cost. So they're gonna start making tickets out and keeping track of it and sending daily pictures. And I think I sent that first set to you this morning.
Okay.
I seen them, yeah.
Okay. Make sure that went through.
Is it pretty bad?
I can't really tell from the pictures, but you can see that how they did it. I think it was back in early 90s. They went in there and redid some of that, and you can pretty tell some of that 2x they put in there was rotten soft.
Yeah, it just doesn't look like it's gonna be a major job to fix it, but just replace them.
Yeah, just,
We asked appropriations up to 700,000 though.
The what?
We had appropriations for 700,000 towards that, so we had a little extra to play with from the
Okay.
bid.
Okay.
If I were,
And we, I mean, going into this, we knew there was gonna be,
Yeah.
I mean, from what I'm seeing here on these pictures, it doesn't look, I mean, the main thing is we're not getting into a situation where it's structural stuff. This just looks like, it was like a curb or something.
Cosmetic.
Looks like a curb that they,
yeah. The old copper was still there underneath of it. When they went back prior to the 90s, they raised the back up towards the wall, gave it a slope down, and I think majority of that is what's gotten water damage. They are going to remove the old copper and see what it is underneath there.
okay.
So have we got a time frame on when they think this project's gonna be done? I know it's not good to ask when you start getting stuff like that, but
Honestly, they haven't got to that point yet. Well, I'm not gonna say not to that point, but they really haven't said. As long as the the weather holds out, it should be kind of same time frame as what they suggested.
so what was the original time frame?
I think 3 to 4
So
months.
3 to 4 months, so,
yeah,
and that was, so, okay.
we need to get a hold of our clock guy
Yeah.
somehow and see where he's at too, because we want to make sure that scaffolding's there when he's going to do his work. So we don't have to open them panels.
Okay, well, we'll just have to, you know, it'd be nice if they could tell us some sort of an estimate here, you know, after they dig into it a little bit further, just so we know what we're looking at as far as dollars and cents goes, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Just ballpark. But we also knew when we were going into this project that this was gonna be something that was not covered underneath that contract.
It looks like it's just some plywood and that they laid down.
It doesn't look structural or anything.
Right, right.
I mean, just some 2x4s that they did when they put a build out on it,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah,
okay.
awesome.
Art's not here, so if it's all right, I'll read through that. Project summary, toilet tank for the women's bathroom at the courthouse will be arriving this week and should be installed. HVAC controls meeting weekly to resolve issues. We had a meeting Friday for ongoing issues and continue meetings until issues are resolved. Verigy to set up Craig with an online controls warranty issue portal to track controls issues. Jail roof, finishing up metal flashing and gutter work this week. Notify any roof leaks. Working to schedule final roof inspection and site walk. Jail solar, the Duke Energy / Vergy electric outage was successfully completed and inspected by Ripley County Inspector. Duke Energy granted permission to operate the system. Site was commissioned by Vergy Solar and turned on for service. Jail solar is now in operation.
Hey Craig, why don't you have them sign this too, since that's part of that?
Any concerns? Heard of any concerns down there, Lee, for anything?
Just that the flashing's taking forever.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's like the easiest part of the job, it's taking the longest.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Art should have talked to them about that, last I heard.
Are you guys having any leak issues or anything?
Not that I'm aware of, no. They started that gutter and flashing like 2 months ago, a month ago.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know what, union workers, I guess.
Solar arrays completed and in operation. Work scheduled this week. Controls meeting, continuing jail roofing and solar work. Vergy is still working on O&M closeout documents. Controls meeting, continuing jail roofing and solar. Oh, it's the same thing, sorry. Upcoming activities, final inspection, roof site, walk with Vergy, Ripley County, Blackmore, Buckner Roofing, jail asphalt repair, weather and material permitting. Items in action, closeout items to Ripley County Inspector. Issue as-built drawings, fire system reports, evacuation map posters. This is part of O&M and closeout items. Dunlap payment to Craig. I think that's already been taken care of, right, Amy?
What is it?
The payment out to me.
You should have got that.
Okay.
Paycheck this time.
I didn't look, so.
You should have gotten that on your paycheck this time.
Okay.
I'll double check it.
Actions item completed and date resolved. Vergy's provided county with expense check for $3,174.16. Jail roof repair. Jail HVAC unit repair, CPA fee, return, and Art has returned all keys to me. That was signed out. Open discussion. Jail alleyway damage, King's Asphalt from Greensburg is scheduled for this Tuesday or Wednesday pending. They can receive asphalt from an open plant.
Yeah, you received that this time.
Okay, thank you. Rebate, potential rebate check for HVAC equipment. Vergy Development is working on the details.
I guess we'll wait and see what happens as far as the asphalt goes. That $2,500 CPA fee, was that to that organization that's supposed to be working on us getting
Yes.
the ready? How has that process been going, Amy? Do you know? Like, do they have everything they need? Was it a
As far
pain
as I
in
know,
the,
I've not been told to give them anything.
pain in the rear? No?
I haven't done anything.
Okay. All right.
We have this scope, final completion certificate, scope of work, item/energy conservation measure, as per attachment A, scope of work and change orders 1 through 6 of contract. They're asking for this to be signed. I think this is the
I'm pretty sure it's the energy
Yeah.
part of it, like all the energy part. You can read it though if you want
Yeah.
before you sign it, but that's the way I understood it.
Do
It's
we,
not like final completion on like the courthouse or the jail, or it's just the solar part, or the energy saving part, the lights and the solar and.
on that solar, is there a way is there a gauge on it? Is there any way to see whether it's producing?
When Mike was here, he's got more information on it than I do.
Okay.
We asked that question when
Yeah,
we was
he
up on
texted us
call,
this
I
morning.
think, and he said that he didn't know of any type of meter. He was not aware of one. to be able to meter how much we're saving or using or whatever.
How are you gonna justify it? There needs to be a meter on it, and that's what I asked from in the beginning. And I thought he stated that they was gonna do the year prior usage of electricity, and I don't see how you can do that when every year is different. So, to me, it would have a gauge on what it's producing.
You know, kind of give you a,
Is it going back in the grid, or are they not using?
Truthfully, all I know is when I was talking to them is pretty much if you guys lose power, the solar doesn't work. And
So that's feeding back into the grid. So whatever we're not using goes back into the grid, the power company gets the surplus of it. That's probably why there's not a gauge on it. Because they don't want you to know how much you're taking. Just,
Well, it should
my
show,
parents had the same thing on their house.
but how do you justify the 25% savings?
Should be
based off of, I don't think it was 1 year. I think it was an average of 5 prior to the solar. I think.
I would say that the power bill for the jail has been pretty consistent, would be my guess. Because even if there's not, even if you have a lower population over there, everything still has to be on and operating. So
Right, I know.
it's probably pretty consistent over time.
But when the solar panels are totally covered with snow, I don't think they're working.
Or bird poop.
that is a lot.
Are they leaving do you know if they're leaving the panels that they didn't use? Because there's a pile of panels.
Yeah, they're leaving them,
Those will be extra for on-site.
yes.
Because if something does happen, I know with so many years, I can't remember, it's 3 or 5 years.
Warranties under 5.
They will come down and replace it.
But I guess is what, you would think there would be something so that way you can see the efficiency or see,
Yeah.
so I don't know. I guess that'd be a question for Art. But, I mean, you can get an app on your phone that can tell you how much energy is being created right now in the Indiana area via solar and everything else. I mean, I have the app, so I don't know why ours couldn't, but anyways, all right. Any other questions, concerns?
Bring up that I was told there's some of the carpets coming loose in the courthouse, in the courtroom on the second floor. You might just touch base with them. They can show you.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, they said if they
some of the
just-
corner pieces is peeled up and just some,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I said, if they let me know, I can look at it.
I know, I get it, yep, I understand, yep.
Craig's gonna be going out of town here in a few days.
What was the time, what were the dates on that, Craig?
19 through the 22nd.
And you got all your time used up like we talked about earlier in the year, you got all that?
I've got all that extra time, yeah, I had it, you gave me till August and I had it, I think, used up in July or something
Good
like
deal.
that.
So this is the you guys can take a look at it if you want. It's final completion certificate, the energy savings, says all work has been delivered to and received by the undersigned and that said work has been examined, tested, in good operating condition. This is regarding the solar. You guys want to take a look at it before we,
Did everybody get all their Christmas decorations out of the room up there?
I couldn't tell you.
I mean, might just check, see how much stuff's left, and whatever is left here in the next week or so, we gotta figure out what to do with it, get rid of it.
yeah.
I know I can't remember who asked me about the Christmas stuff at the courthouse. I just told them when they're ready, just give me a call and I'll have it unlocked for them.
Did anybody ever get anything out of that, ask you for a key for that one in the women's restroom?
That's the one that they were talking about.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
And did anything from here go over to the courthouse?
That I can't tell you.
It'd be nice if we could get it all in that basement, not bring nothing back over here, that if it, I don't know if anything did go over there.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you what goes where.
I guess if there's, we can wait here in our next meeting, maybe make a decision on what to do with, go up and take a look and see what's left and see if,
Yeah, if it's not out
I mean,
by the
if-
22nd, they're surely not putting anything out after that. Yeah, that makes sense.
so then, maybe we can,
So he won't be here though.
If I get back in time, I'll swing in. But I just don't know.
I don't make that a priority.
Yeah, I would.
How long's the Christmas stuff up after the new year? Amy, do you know?
Usually until the first of the year.
Maybe we can, if you can just kind of let us know what you think before you leave, what's there. We can send a message out. I mean, if people want to take some of the stuff was probably donated or brought in over the years by certain people. If people just want to take what they think they brought in or want to get rid of before we
Yeah.
dispose of it, I'm okay with that too, because I mean, that was some of it. People are like, well, it got donated or people brought it in over the years. They're more than welcome, if it's not being used now, to take it home and get rid of it before we either dispose of it via auction or trash. So, did you see this, Roger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have a motion to approve the final completion certificate on the solar on the jail?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, anything else?
No, I just-
All right, thank you.
Are we having somebody cover his hours or whatever, or be available when he's gone?
So I guess that was one of the things, was it snow removal? That if we have snow during that time period, we have to find. Do you think that if,
We can write out that.
yeah, if your guy helps us out at all, if he just keeps track of the hours that he's doing since he's being paid out of that other fund? And
We need
then,
an inmate to help with it too.
okay. So if you need anything from us or have any questions, if that were to happen, let us know, but I do appreciate that.
Yeah, I do too.
We need,
I guess,
will he need access to anything, or does he already? I don't know what you,
I just mainly plow and salt.
do you have salt powder
Yeah.
somewhere?
It's in the garage there.
I guess just get with him prior so he kind of knows what's what.
Yeah. As of right now, I know they're calling for snow that week of the 19th.
I mean, does Michael have access to your stuff? Can you kind of like work it?
We can get him access to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for that time period when you're out. I know you have personal stuff, but at least whatever, if he's willing to help out, let's
I
make it
just
as,
have to talk to Becky.
okay.
Work everything out there.
I mean, if he needs your machine, I mean, do you have somewhere you could park it? And then he doesn't have access, then you
They've
can,
got- yeah, they've got one.
Yeah, they have theirs, they can just use his. I mean, he's used to it, I would think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
yeah. Just kind of hard for two people to use one machine, that's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
Shoot.
I think that's all I have for you for now.
Great. I guess we got everything worked out and.
All right, well, enjoy your time off. Try not to worry about this place.
Try not to.
Anyone has any 911's, Jeff's numbers on the website?
I think all three of our numbers are in there.
Yeah,
Yes, they are.
I changed mine.
He did.
I am off work too, so if I need to run over here for something, I'll surely be able to help out.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Sheriff's Department?
Thank you.
Lee from the Sheriff's Office, I don't have anything for you guys other than just the jail renovations, internal stuff that we've been doing is about 95% complete. The nurses' room has been new flooring, paint. They've got one set of doors to put up yet. She's extremely happy with it back there. So all that stuff is done. The X-ray machine is in and operational. That's all I got for the jail side. The Sheriff's Office, just so you guys are aware, 3 o'clock this afternoon, the Ripley County Community Foundation is they have gotten grants through Margaret Mary and St. Elizabeth, I believe, to get AEDs for every law enforcement vehicle in the county. So they will be presenting those to the agency heads this afternoon at 3 o'clock. And that's a huge thing because those things are not cheap. They're probably over $1,000 a piece. And they've secured enough grant money to not only supply each law enforcement vehicle with one, but also the upkeep and maintenance for it for the next couple of years too. So
Where's that happening at?
at Margaret Mary this afternoon at 3 o'clock. So they'll be presenting it to the sheriff and the chief of police up in Batesville and any other law enforcement agency heads in the county.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, we haven't had them in our vehicles for probably close to 20 years now. Like when they first came out, we got them.
Yeah.
But then the reason we didn't keep them was, there was a couple things, the batteries wouldn't maintain in the temperature, the extreme temperatures, it sounds like the batteries are a lot more advanced now that they'll be able to handle that. And then just the cost of it. It was just
Nice.
incredibly expensive, so,
No, that's great.
yep. That's all I've got. Yes, sir.
Is the jail, is it fully staffed now, or are you short people?
We're pretty close to full staff. We might be short one. We usually have at least one position rotating.
So,
I will say that the retention has gotten better over there the last couple of
you
years.
know how when you hear people, you only hear one side of the story?
Yeah.
I was told that there's positions available and we're saying we don't have the money funding to pay the people. Is that an accurate statement?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
I mean, because I thought that was really odd because, I mean, the budget was all cleared. So we don't have any openings that we're not filling because we don't have money to pay them.
No, I've not heard that.
Okay.
To my knowledge, we have the money to fill all of our positions.
Okay, all right.
So
Thank you.
if something, I'll double check, look into that. If there's something to that, I'll let you
That should
know.
not be the case.
Yeah,
But I was kind of surprised when I heard that, so
yeah. We have one sheriff's deputy position open right now that we're in the process. We have like a physical agility coming up here in the near future, but I don't anticipate hiring that until after the first year.
all right, thank you.
Thank you. Jason Edwards, Highway Garage Superintendent. Morning. Morning.
I hope. I just got CCMG. It's $974,285.60.
974 what?
285.60. Let's see. The bid opening for that was on January 15th. Then at 9 a.m. I think, anything. 10 a.m. on January 15th. Our match is $243,571 for 15.6 miles.
243, 571.
For 15.6 miles.
Were we kind of surprised that we were able to get that with all the talk that was going on? Like, are we kind of surprised that?
I was surprised, yeah.
This will be the last year.
Oh, yeah, next year it'll be less.
Well, you think we could still get some?
Not much, right, because it goes down. Yeah, because of the wheel tax. But we'll have our paper next year, so we'll start slowly transitioning into that.
Yeah. Okay. It will be, I'm glad we were able to obtain what we got this year.
Absolutely.
And it will be interesting to see what goes on further. Hopefully, the state will kind of straighten. I think they're just trying to dangle a carrot in front of Marion County. And I think once Marion County doesn't partake in their matching funds on it, that maybe that funding will come back to us, hopefully.
Be all right.
I know the wheel tax is something I know I'm opposed to, if we can try to make this thing work without doing it.
Sure.
So, continue to be on our radar and go that route. So what else you got for us?
That's it. I got bid openings at 10 o'clock, but other than that, that's, unless you guys got something.
So when, when I text you, the school, South Ripley contacted me about the road situation. Does any of the other schools contact anybody about the roads? Is that?
Depends on what, to be honest with you, it depends on what sporting event is transpiring at which school district. Because if Milan's trying to get some games played, they'll be texting me too. So Milan will typically reach out to me. So it is kind of common, I guess, to answer your
Yeah.
question.
Okay. I just didn't want to be bothering you with
No,
questions.
you're
if,
good.
if
Yeah, if
that's-
we don't know, we can't fix it. So.
Okay, all right, so, okay. Thank
Yeah.
you, I appreciate that.
Because I believe if anyone's under, is it any color they have to cancel events?
I don't know.
There's
I'm not sure.
something like that, so every once in a while one time the Ripley County tournament was going on and
Oh,
it was
yeah,
a mess. But, all right,
that's it.
that's it?
Good.
As far as I know.
Thank you,
Cool.
Jason.
I'll hang out till 10.
Okay.
Thanks, Jason. You're welcome.
Well, we are ahead of schedule.
Christie, does she have something?
Christie, do you want to come up now?
She's not on the agenda at all, so you gotta put her in.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, we're
Good.
doing pretty good here.
Two things. I'd been in contact with you guys. We had a group that come and wanted to rent the fairgrounds, but they wanted to put a burnout pad in, what they call a burnout pad. They said that it's going to be at their cost at 10 foot by 15 foot. And I've got where they would like to put it in the pit area, and it would be there. So later on, I mean, if we want to put bleachers on it, for another event or something, I mean, it'll be there for us to use even after. But if they come back, next year, or they're looking at possibly even having 2 a year, 2 truck shows a year up there. So, they want to be able to use it if they come back again and stuff. So it's 10 by 15. I got it on the map. You want to see?
Yeah.
It'll be concrete, or is it going to be
It'd be
like?
concrete, and I said, like, here's the grandstands, and there's one of those retaining walls, either be here or on this side.
And it won't interfere with anything we do?
Nope, if we need to later on, we can, if like during our fair, like that's the grandstands, and that's a retaining wall, and there's a pole right there, so either on this side or this side.
Okay.
Like during fairs, like the fire department parks their trailer right there, they pull the trailer up and
Okay.
park there on that.
How many followers do they have?
I'm not for sure, I don't know.
I thought I heard 7,000.
They've got quite a few
What
followers.
is this company?
It's a group, I mean, they're just doing a truck show. So they just wanted to know if they could have permission to go ahead and do
What date do they have this planned for?
they're looking at different dates. They're looking at one in the spring or one in September. September, they're looking at like possibly Labor Day weekend of doing a truck show up there then.
Okay.
Did they mention any other dates in the spring, May or April?
They looked at a couple in June, but June 4-H has about every weekend tied up
But that's not been approved yet.
at the fairgrounds, so,
I mean,
except for Farm
How-
Field weekend.
let me ask you this, if they do this, which the concrete is no big deal, but what is in it for the park as far as expected funds that we would receive by them doing this once?
Well, right now they're talking about doing the grandstand area, or they're talking about, renting the whole fairgrounds. They've talked about renting the whole fairgrounds. And I think they shot them a price of $3,000 for the whole fairgrounds for the,
So I think it's fair to say that if they want to pick a date that is outside of the 4-H fair, we need to have 4-H accommodate
okay.
around us, because that's $3,000 of us mowing grass, us doing other things. I mean, unless your board disagrees with me, but that would be my suggestion. That
Okay.
if they want to pick a week in June, then we're just got to find a way to make it work. you
Off
know.
of the farm show,
Yeah, the farm show's already set.
Yes,
yeah.
off the farm show. But I mean, it's one of them deals.
But we
where
get about that much from the farm show.
If, you know, we're having an opportunity to use that park and utilize the park for multiple reasons, we need to be honest with ourselves and say, you know, it's either that or 4-H got to come with $3,000 we're losing. So, I mean, we need to make it work.
Yeah, They
Yes,
need
I
to
agree.
work with us and
And it's, like I said, my comment's nothing about 4-H or against 4-H. It's that the reality of it is that park system costs us about $250,000 a year, and it's all dedicated at 4-H fair. And if we can recoup $3,000 in funding and have more events there, then that's in the best interest of the park, county, and the community.
So when they do this burnout pad, I'm assuming they have the insurance to make sure we're not liable. if
They have to
something
have the
happens.
insurance before they can even book the event.
So is there some type of specs for this burnout pad that they're going to be following, or is that just something that whoever, 2 or 3 guys that go do this stuff, think, oh, we just need this concrete? I'm just curious how they'll know what to do.
we want something that's gonna hold
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, that's why they said they couldn't do it on any asphalt or anything like that, because they said it'll just eat it away. You have to do like a concrete.
So will they
and-
need a permit for that?
Good question.
I just don't want to do something and come back and bite us in the butt.
I would like to see their specs though
Yeah.
before they do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, you want something that's not going to freeze and buckle up.
Yeah, they're gonna put steel, they're gonna
Well,
do
that's
fiber.
what I asked him. I said, and he says, yeah, you have to get the subgrade off and everything down. I said, you're not just gonna go in and throw concrete on the ground. He says, no. They're gonna go in, subgrade it off and form it up. It's gonna be done.
Okay.
I said, well, it has to be done right if you guys are gonna do it. I said, so
Okay.
Correct.
And your board has approved this?
they're fine with, yeah,
Okay.
to come.
So is that something we need to vote on, or is that, this just information?
I think it's just information, because technically, if there should be a vote from the board,
Exactly, yeah.
you know. And like I said, my comments
We just-
regarding that event really need to be backed up by the board.
Well, the board's fine with it. I mean,
Yep.
Okay.
and if, gave them a
Just
price.
if it's
even-
being put on our property, that's why.
Yes, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's what the board, my board said that they wanted your
Yeah.
approval too, since it was going on.
Yeah, if they're good with it, I'm fine with it.
on the
I'd like to see the specs though before.
I mean, and they're not the first ones that have come to me for this. So this could open up to more, to other events for it, so.
Yeah. So we get a concrete pad and possibly an opportunity to make $3,000 at the park, sounds good to me.
Yep.
Maybe 6,
Yeah.
so.
Okay. The other thing too, that I had, I've been applying for grants, and it was brought to my attention that maybe my edit fund for next year could be a matching, for a couple grants, because they're wanting matching monies on,
So you're wanting to know if you could have it open to put some of it to each grant
Yeah.
possibly?
If
And
I
if it
need-
doesn't get used, it'll be put back.
if I need matching
Referendum.
money, is it okay to use some of that for matching money for grants?
Amy, is that,
What's up to you guys?
but it can't, we could use that funding and cover, okay.
Nothing
That's what I
in
just want to make sure the line item and all that is kosher for us to be able to do that. I mean,
Yeah, that was my question too. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's nothing illegal about it.
yeah, if Amy says it's good, then we know it's good,
It's
Exactly
gonna
right.
stretch our money further, so,
yeah,
which should be
So-
a gain.
yes.
That's okay? Okay. That's all
Do we
I've got.
need-
What are you looking to potentially get grants for?
Right now, the electric upgrades
Okay.
for like, we've got two bids for bringing Duke in, bringing more electric in because, the campsites and upgrading them and stuff. And then eventually we'd like to add some more in there on that.
Okay,
But right now, the electric we have doesn't,
There's a lot of 50 amp plug-ins needed instead of the 30.
okay.
well, there's one that don't even have enough electric to run, like the
Right.
horse barn and everything,
Okay.
so.
The transformers need to be increased.
So where are we at on the piece of property purchase? Is that anything?
So yes, the property purchase, it's all been sent to the title company. Have we heard back from the buyer or the seller? because I sent him an email.
I haven't.
I sent him an email saying we were going through the process with our title company to get it, and right now I think all we're waiting on them is to do the final title search and all that, and then to schedule a date. Amy, as far as the closing, when we get the closing documentation, can I forward it to you, and then, like we do like a wire transfer to Southeastern Indiana Title?
That or I can write you a check.
Okay.
Yeah. So is there any infrastructure planned on that piece of property right now, or is it just, we're not gonna do nothing there for a while? I didn't.
Not that, I
Yeah,
mean,
I was
No,
just
not,
No.
I mean, we're not even gonna put
the
security
park board
lights.
has no, right now, has
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Does-
lacking meetings.
Yeah, regarding that property, I mean, was somebody baling hay off of it?
Yeah, they had somebody cutting it, baling hay. Years ago, though, I mean, we used to mow it.
I mean, I guess that's my question. Are we just gonna mow it from now on, or are we gonna try to rent it to somebody to plant something on? Is it, I don't know.
I wouldn't plant nothing on it because during fair, we
They do
use
use-
it as overflow parking, but, yeah. But during fair, I mean, I'd rather see like this year's fair, they shut off the parking lots. And then we had Lee can speak for this, because he was getting calls because people were parking in other people's driveways around the fairgrounds and stuff. They shut the parking lot at the fairgrounds off because 4-H'ers had trailers and everything else parked in general parking. I'd say put the trailers out there in that field and let the public park in my yard,
Yeah,
in the
and-
yard
yeah,
where
that makes sense.
it's
So-
supposed to be.
So do we need, I'm just kind of curious if we needed any, potentially put in any driveways or anything like that.
Probably in the future,
I
there
mean,
is
that
none there.
Might be something to start thinking about and try to get it in the budget to do, because I just, you know.
Yeah.
If they, I mean, if we do make it something like that, then yeah, there's already part of a drive that goes there. But, I mean, it's got a solid base, so it's,
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of it, I mean, if we get a whole bunch of rain at that time, it's gonna be,
it don't matter, everything's
Just
with
like
it.
last year.
yeah. But,
I mean, even the drives were terrible last year.
Was you still looking on trying to remodel the
Commercial building?
the commercial building?
I would like to, yeah.
Was you gonna apply to any grants or anything for the architect to do drawings? 'Cause it's gotta be done before you do anything, I guess.
I
and that
thought-
would be to add bathrooms and a kitchen and,
Finish it out inside. Yeah, we did have the Halloween dance, and it went over really well. I had somebody else suggest, a Thanksgiving and stuff. I'm like, I can't. Halloween, it was about, it wasn't too bad, but it was, yeah,
It was chilly, I was there.
it got a little,
It was enough, you could bear it, but it was,
yeah.
yeah,
Any colder, it'd have been terrible.
yeah.
So, yeah, so that's the updates we'd like to,
So does she need to let us know the amounts that she's putting towards the grant?
I mean, she just needs to make sure that it's within, I mean, try to get grant money before you spend any money, right? If you say you're gonna do a 10% match, it is what it,
Yeah.
it's not being used for anything else. I mean, try to get the grants first before we use it.
yeah, that's what I'm in the stage of now, is applying.
Yeah.
She
See-
just has to have the resource there to be available if she gets the grant.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, so, okay.
okay.
Anything else for me up there?
Oh, yeah, your skid loader, our skid loader, for your meeting is Wednesday. You need to know if they're gonna have the right to use it or not on the contract.
For the 4-H contract
Yep,
during the fair,
yep.
do
they use just the skid steer and/or the tractor? Is there something else? What of ours, Ripley County Park Board, do they use?
They've used the skid steer and then they have used the tractor usually. Yeah.
So both,
This year, they did not use the tractor.
okay.
Last year, they did, though. Last couple, every year, pretty much they have.
As far as the skid steer goes, I know last year it was an issue last fair, tires were blown. I don't know what your guys' thoughts are.
We paid for all 4 new tires on it.
And what was the cost on that?
A little over $800.
I know I seen the tires after fair, and they wore at least a 1/4 inch of tread off the middle of them within 3 to 4 days. If it was my loader and I had brand new tires, let my neighbor borrow it and they come back that way, it wouldn't go back. That's my opinion.
So it's a matter of, do we just want to say, no, they can't use it, okay? Or 2, they have to buy tires for it every year.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really care what the answer is, but it needs to be treated as it is someone else's, and it needs to be, it needs to be cleaned, it needs to be, brought back in the same format that it was. And that was a commitment I had from some 4-H members, because there was some conversation last year, they could not use it. And then that got switched to allow them to use it, and then tires break and things like that. I mean, I also am aware that, probably half the people that have any large animals over there probably already have a skid steer.
And they do bring their own.
Is it really that imperative that ours gets used? I don't know.
So on the tires, I mean, so he said they wore out 1/4 of the tread, but, I mean, it'll be good for you to use from now for another year. I mean, I think that's pretty excessive to say buy a new set of tires every year. Maybe it's.
Well, we asked them to, buy 2, split it by 2.
That's what
I
I'm
mean,
trying to make, even half, half $400.
but-
If you want to use the skid steer, it's going to be $400 a year. And that'll pay for a couple tires and get them in I don't think that would be out of the realm of possibility. And I kind of suspect that if they have parents and supporters that have skid steers at home, they will probably say, no, we'll just bring them in and we won't use it to save that money. That's what I would do.
Didn't we have the same arrangement with the
food pantry?
food pantry as well?
Food pantry, every other year, they had to buy 2 tires, yeah.
Okay, but did they do that? Okay, they did do it. Okay.
I mean, that would be
Build
good
it.
to use those, that way every.
But it doesn't get used at the food pantry anymore.
Okay.
They got their own electric
Okay.
lift
Okay, I got you.
that works out a lot better for them. So,
Do we just want to say, hey, can you guys try to figure something else out and not use it so it's not an issue? Or if you do, you're required to buy us 2 new tires.
It doesn't matter to me either way. Are they putting a lot of hours on it?
Just that week.
I mean, is it,
the week before, the week after,
Not the week before.
the week after, yeah, the week before, the week of.
so we did go down that path. It has to be somebody that's liable. So who's using this? Is the parents using it or who?
I guess.
I just,
They bring me in a list of people that can drive it, and that's what they,
yeah,
now, how, I don't know, because they take it during the week, and I don't see
you don't see it
who.
till they're done.
They're probably of age, but that don't say that they're qualified, I guess. 'Cause
I don't know.
I don't understand how much wear got on them tires. It's unreal. So,
And I do, I do want to make it clear, like, this skid steer was purchased by the Ripley County Commissioners. It is,
yeah, that does need to be clarified because I
it-
think other people think it's theirs.
yeah, me, Chris, and Kendall purchased that with our funding.
And we never had one there before.
There was one there, we were replacing one there was a Bobcat, I think there's a Kubota now, but,
There before was,
So I think when these negotiations are happening in a contract, that if they're going to use it, something needs to be written in the contract as to if it is being used, it needs to be this or not. I mean, I'm fine with the 2 new tires, or there's gotta be some skin in the game, and if it's to the point to where they're just like, well, we could just bring 5 other people's skid steers in and not mess with ours, that's fine too.
That'd be
I mean-
best case scenario.
Okay, I'll relay that to Rob then,
Okay,
since Rob's the acting.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
is that it? Anything else?
No, I don't have anything else. Thank you for coming.
Do you have a new board member yet, or they're still working on it?
Still
Council
working
has
on
an appointment?
They don't meet until the 15th
Okay,
of December.
okay,
We hope.
yeah.
The board, the council.
Council, but they don't have to appoint the person at the next
Yeah.
meeting, they just,
We've got a meeting Wednesday.
Okay, do you have enough for quorum, you think?
I think so.
Okay,
I'm gonna try.
okay. All right, good luck.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
thanks, Christie.
It's 8:45, we're ahead of our agenda. Do we have any public comment? Anybody else? Alex?
No, I just stopped in to see if you guys had anything for me.
No.
No, keep up the good work. Things must be running good, because I haven't heard a word, which is great.
Have you heard anything about the person that cut the trees down at the parking lot?
No, I followed up with Tara. She said she's still waiting on the bill and that they were gonna come back out and, grind a couple of the stumps.
He give me a price, but he was supposed to get with Tara so that they could be, so we could agree to it or not. But we have not seen anything yet.
So I'll follow up with her.
Okay.
I mean, we're running late. Do we want to see if
Tad?
Tad wants to go ahead and come in, or Tad wants to go ahead and come in? I mean, however you guys want to do it.
Yeah, he should be upstairs, I would think.
Let's do Tara so that we can get the,
Yeah.
if she's available, start knocking them off the top.
Yeah.
And why Alex is here if something comes
Right.
up on that.
That's kind of why I was thinking.
Hey, can you come in early?
Was John out of town? Did he tell us he wasn't going to be here? I thought something makes me think.
There's an email right here.
His email said he's going to bring a paper in.
Alex, have you heard from Scott at all?
I have not. I heard he might be back in the area though.
Huh. I haven't heard from him.
Did we ever get anything lined out on the coroner's vehicle? Or did anybody get down there to get the camper? Or have you heard any of that?
I have not.
I mean, I'd like to get that rounded up, wound up. Get that extra vehicle out of here.
I mean, I gave him the opportunity. If he wants me to go get it, I'll go get it.
Did
So,
they get a pickup truck then?
he's using Craig's.
Are they gonna put the power, the auto load?
Yeah.
Where's that at?
At Milan.
You're storing that now?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the last we heard, they just was waiting on somebody that had the availability to take the truck to the camper shell place so they could put it on, and that's been a month, going on about a month now, hasn't it?
Yeah, probably.
Do you guys want that added to my preventative maintenance contract with Stryker?
Is it even possible with it being one from an accident?
It should be, yeah, because they were covering it until we took it out, so.
I mean, is that like to maintain it or something?
Yeah, they come out and, like, do all the, like, oil and check over all of it, and if there's anything like close to breaking, they'll replace it. They come out once or twice a year.
Probably should.
Probably wouldn't be a bad idea, yeah.
Yeah, if you don't mind, like, let us know or let the coroner know what it's gonna cost.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think any of the patients that are using it are gonna care, but I think the employees would really like to know that it does work. But I don't think the patients will have any complaints. Terry, you can come on up.
Did you get that contract review from Purdue?
Yeah, I haven't looked at it yet, but I did see it.
Just for an update, I still haven't gotten anything from Keith, but I think I could cover it if it's the amount that was discussed. But I haven't,
Yeah, he told me 1,500, but
okay.
I just wanted to
I don't know
make
if
her
that's
correct.
something that can be deliberated without it in writing, because he hasn't messaged me yet, so.
Okay.
I did leave
Okay.
voicemails and emails, so.
Have you
Maybe-
tried to call him or not?
I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing else, maybe I can stop by on my way home or something.
Okay.
So the reason I'm on the agenda is to talk about proposed pool and tattoo ordinances. It would be my intention to kind of figure out, I'd like to do it when like it's cold, like pool season's kind of down because pools are closed. But it would be my intention to invite all of the public and semi-public and tattoo body piercing places to, like, whatever kind of day we pick, invite them in to offer comments and stuff, and I can talk to them about it beforehand. I did draft some ordinances. I found out last week that there actually was, I guess, an old ordinance. It wasn't on file. It's not published. It's from 2000, and then there was amendment in 2017, and I just found this out, so I still need to go through it. But I guess it had been repealed because currently the only ordinance showing for the pool is in section 111, just referencing the state code, and the ordinance was drafted when the pool code was like -2, and now the state's on 2.1. So I do need to look through the old, and Amy, it was sitting in a binder somewhere if you want to,
Yeah, I probably need a copy of it, because I
Yeah.
don't have it.
yeah. I'm assuming,
I went clear back to
yeah.
2012.
Well, this was in 2000, but I think it was probably repealed when that new one took effect, maybe when the state changed I don't know, I wasn't here, Amy wasn't here. But the state changed the pool code, and that might be why we
And
wrote
just
something.
use the state code.
So there's, how do I say this? There's some things that we're doing that I'm gonna just say don't make a lot of sense. And I don't know how much you want me to get into it, but there's pools we're inspecting that we're not permitting. There's pools we're permitting that we're not inspecting. Who do we want to pay? Like, in my opinion, we should inspect and permit all pools and just waive whatever.
And we're talking
organization.
public pools, right?
Right, these are not personal pools. The state code is public and semi-public, so that could be hotels, it could be campground pools. It includes, like, if you have like an Airbnb, like you rent your home and stuff like that, those spas and pools are considered semi-public or public pools. So there are some inconsistencies. I did find out that in 2017, there was a requirement to have certified pool operators. That is not a state requirement, but I guess that's something we've been doing since 2017. When I first drafted the ordinance, it was just to create some consistency. My first draft did not have any substantive requirements above and beyond what the state required. It was more, how do we enforce it? Who should pay for the fees, who should not? If your permit's revoked, how should you appeal that? And then just some provisions on if this kind of violation happens, what action should we take? If that kind of violation happens, what action should we take? To try to create some standards for enforcement. Because right now, it's just kind of, I don't really want to say too much about that. But the reason I'm bringing it up is because if it's a dead issue, I don't want to invite everybody to start participating if it's not something that's going to happen. I did ask the health board, and they've already, I've already talked to them, and I have their blessing to bring it before you, but I did say if it's not something we're going to pass, it's something I would have them pass as a policy.
If you're finding things that make it more, that clarify it further and make it to where it's cut and dry and, you know, black and white, then I'm not opposed to it. Now, if we're
Okay.
gonna start adding, you know, more challenges
So
to people owning pools in
that's-
Ripley County, then
Yeah, so that's
past what the state requires.
right, that's what I need to, because I just learned about the old code, and I guess we're still making pool operators we're still making public pools have a certified pool operator. And I don't even know what else is in the old code. So if you do not want me to continue to require that, I won't add it, but if you want me to continue with what we've already been doing that are above and beyond, like the certified pool operator.
So do you know if that's consistent with what other counties are doing?
I pretty much, I kind of modeled this off of Bartholomew County. They didn't have a lot of extra requirements. I met with Brown County, just happened to be sitting next to them, and they sent me there, so I do want to look through theirs. The state, when the state did code 2.1, my guess is they probably already incorporated a lot of this stuff, and that's what I want to double check and see what, with the code 2.1, some of the stuff we might have been doing might have been picked up under that already, I don't know. But, and I also, once I kind of get the final draft, I am going to have the state pool person look at it, and I don't know what recommendations they might make, but I don't know.
I mean, I don't see an issue, like I said, my only challenge is I don't want to make it harder for people to, you know, run their business in the county, so.
The certified pool operator, it is a course you do have to take, so there is an extra hurdle for that, for pool operators, and they're already being required by us to do it.
Right, so that's
So-
not adding anything to it.
Right.
No.
Yeah,
That's, I mean, if you feel like there's an added value that people have that knowledge, I mean, like
Okay.
well, mine's expired, my ServSafe certified, it makes you think a little bit differently about things once you get a certification.
Okay.
But, I mean, I think if you're trying to clarify it to make it easier and have it clearly written and make
Okay.
it better on your end,
Okay. And when I put it in anything that's like that might be above, I'll put it in a separate section, and that way, when it is being reviewed, if there's something you want to strike, separate.
So has there been some issues arise because we didn't have the proper ordinance?
I've been asked questions like, for example, we were doing permitting for swimming holes. That does not fall under the pool code. That's an open body of water that we get water quality. So it's just been kind of internal questions like, is what we're doing, does that make sense? And in some cases, no, it didn't make a lot of sense. And it also was concerning to me that this wasn't published. It's like, it's not available. Like I found it in a binder. The auditor's office didn't have it. It's not on American Legal Publishing, so I would like the public to know what their ordinances are, so.
Yeah.
sounds good to
So
me.
this public has not complained now.
Okay.
Now, whether they complain because I just.
Well, if there's a
air
problem
burger-
there, we know it, let's
Okay.
fix it.
Okay,
That's simple.
and it's
Sounds like a
the,
good opportunity there.
okay. Take care of it before there's a issue.
Uh-huh.
And it's the same with the tattoo and body piercing. We've been charging permits for that, but I have not found an ordinance for tattoos and body piercings, so it's the same thing, creating that.
There is an ordinance
There
that
is?
shows the charge for that.
Right, the fee, but there's nothing that says like, what the permits are, that it's even unlawful to operate without a permit. Like, that language doesn't exist anywhere. There's just the fee for it. So that ordinance basically just talks about it explains the different kind of permits, how you can appeal. There's no like there's no extra requirements that I added in there, but it did make me kind of wonder and just get kind of an idea. But if with our ordinances, I guess it doesn't really matter what kind of business we're regulating, but my question, and I actually asked Mr. Ertl this, but if there is some crime happening that's not just on the property, but is like, it exists like in connection with the business, I would like to be able to pull a permit for something like that. And I don't know if that's something I should add or not add, because there is a specific, the reason I ask, and it came up, is because for tattoos, there is a provision that says you cannot tattoo a minor, that's a crime. So is that something that that could be like let's say our law enforcement doesn't want to prosecute it as a crime, but could there be some level of proof that we could pull a permit in lieu of prosecution or something like that? So I don't know if that's an avenue we want to explore, if we don't want.
Do we even have any permits pulled for tattoo parlors in Ripley County?
Most of it's like the eyebrow and the eye, like the facial, yeah.
I don't know what any of that is.
I think that's the thing where they kind of draw.
So we don't have anybody doing neck tattoos
Draw
or
your
anything like that?
eyebrows on.
So I have a question. So you say minor, but they could be signed off by a parental guardian.
Right, I meant minor without parent consent, sorry. And that's just one that we specifically have, there is, that there is a criminal statute for that, but it might be something where we could defer a criminal charge in lieu of a permit, but I don't know what the legalities are for that, but if it's something worth exploring, I don't know what your thoughts are.
My thought is don't step into anything deeper than you have to, personally, from a legal standpoint. If it's a crime and there's a state statute on it with the health department, my thought would be let law enforcement handle it.
Okay.
Rather than trying to pick a legal fight as to whether or not, you have the authority or no authority to pull a permit or not.
Yeah.
That and what,
The question also is, I know you reached out to Bartholomew and Brown, what do the surrounding counties have? I saw what you sent me, and of course.
I can pull
It was not modifiable.
Okay.
I mean, I couldn't like.
Oh, I sent you a PDF instead of a Word?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
no way for me to
Okay.
track changes or anything.
Yeah.
I looked at a couple after you sent these to me, and I just haven't had a chance to get back with you, but what do the surrounding counties, Decatur, Jefferson, Jennings?
A lot of places don't have the tattoo because they don't have anybody to permit, so they haven't done it. But I can do, I'll do the donut counties around them, and do you want like all of them?
I think that'd be great to
Okay.
model, see what they do, how deep
Okay.
they jump into it and dive, because I think it's a
Okay.
great resource for more of what we're dealing with here in our little section of it.
but, I mean, if you pull a permit, if the prosecutor's not gonna prosecute someone for breaking the law, then what enforcement? do
I'm just
you-
thinking if I'm a parent and I get repeated complaints, about an establishment continuing to pierce minors without parental consent.
But on a court of law, what proof or probable cause? do
Yeah,
you have
that's
to
the-
pull a permit Based off of
So
what
that-
someone's possibly telling you, but.
So the way I
prosecutor's not
worded
gonna
it,
do that.
and I didn't necessarily want to like deliberate on it right now, but the way I worded it was that the owner or operator of the parlor should have a plan in place to ensure that that's not happening. So we would inspect them for that plan.
Okay, I don't see an issue with that.
But, okay. So I owe Mr. Ertl some ordinances from the donut counties. is there a time frame that we might want to start deliberating on this so I can invite comments from the people that it will affect?
When you say the people in effect, you're talking about people who like tattoos or who give them?
I guess we could invite the general, I was going to specifically call all the pools, and the people were currently have permits for the tattoos and body piercings, and just let them know what the date was. I mean, the public, of course, can come, but if you want me to put something in the paper, I can, but
I mean, I'm fine with you handling all of that. I don't, we
Okay.
don't need to be involved.
I just want to kind of give them and,
The
like,
way this works is usually an ordinance that includes a fine or a penalty is published after it's adopted. But if you want to have public comment on it beforehand.
If she wants to, that's fine. I mean,
I do for the people that are going to be that are going to do the permits at a minimum, but,
When you say public.
I mean, I can call them and get their opinion, but if you want to hear from them, then,
But like, as far as in Ripley County, public or semi-public, I imagine that'd be like Milan High School, Versailles State Park, Batesville Memorial Pool.
any
YMCA,
hotels, yeah.
And anybody else who has.
Anybody in the future that wants to build a pool. Yeah.
When you say a pool, I mean, is there a definition of public or semi-public?
So I just incorporate the state statute on that. I don't redefine anything that's been defined by statute already.
I'd say
Yeah.
anything you keep within the parameters of state law, and if an ordinance were then written to basically say, based on this statute or thereafter as amended, then it keeps up
Yeah,
with whatever
yes.
changes there could be
I
in
put,
the administrative code or the state statute.
so I put any changes and amendments which may be adopted later are also incorporated by reference. The only thing is, does that mean changes to 2.1? What if 2.1 gets struck and they create 5.8 or something? I
Probably
assume.
whatever it becomes
Okay.
in the future.
Okay.
But yeah,
I mean, I'm-
it should be over amended.
Okay.
I'm not sure how much, I mean, we approved the final ordinance, but, I mean, if all this gets ran through you and how the health board do it, they're supposed to be the ones making this decision. I don't, I mean, I do have, I mean, I've told you this 100 times, I do have, you know, a fundamental, less rules the better, less, you know, we keep the public safe,
Right.
but, you know,
I
don't
mean,
create more
the
fluff
only-
for people not to be able to do business.
The only thing that is in here for right now, because I just learned about the pool operator, so there may be some stuff added, but the only thing right now is it defines what the permits are. And I asked the health board this, I mean, do we want to be passive or aggressive on looking, you know, keeping people safe? So we don't have to permit. We get water quality reports, we can kind of just do random inspections, we don't have to permit, but personally, I like the idea of permitting because you can take that away from someone, you know, before you have to go to court and force compliance, right? So if we don't have a permit, our only option at that point would be to go to court and get a court to order a pool closed. So it's nice to have that like middle level, but we don't have to. It just depends on how proactive we want to be, but same with tattoos, we don't have to, so.
Now, work it out with your board and present us something.
Okay,
That's how I feel about it.
so is there a time frame
No, this is all you.
so I can just throw myself,
It could be
okay?
next month, it could be 6 months or 6 years. Good
Okay.
luck, thank you.
Okay, all right.
Did you have anything on the shed?
Do what?
Did you have anything on the shed?
Just that it was just for the stump grinding, which he had not emailed me
Okay,
the
alright.
amount. That was the only thing for that, yeah.
Okay, thanks,
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Take about a 3-minute break.
Yeah, let's take a little bit of a break here.
We got time. I agree.
What do you say, about 9:15, something like that?
Yeah.
We need sign paperwork.
Straight. Here, this letter,
I may ask you a question.
we'll go with it.
Why would the Warren County Road be better than the county? Really?
Jason.
How much more money do you need?
Once it's signed.
2 million?
Copy says those 4 people. The reason I named them, all four of those, they all appear to touch the animal in some way, shape, or
So
form.
in other words, after the commissioners sign this, you want me to send it to all four of these people?
Yes, please. I think it's only fair because Brandon was only in his email talking and asking about, him and Zinn's. But those other two pieces of property, according to the GIS, touch that alley. So I thought they ought to be made aware of it at least.
We're still on, because I didn't turn off.
That's all right. What I'm saying is valid any way you slice it. Hi, Dave. Hello.
What's next on the agenda?
Well, Art Noble with Berry possibly, or it could be Tad with that plan commission code amendment. What have you covered so far since I'm running behind?
We actually, we're up to Tad,
Okay,
and then we jumped Tara in.
gotcha.
Art was sick, he didn't come in today, so all that other stuff's covered.
I was wondering if I could just, I'm here, you talked about some race things earlier, if I could just have 2 minutes?
Yeah, I think we probably get you in before Tad, we got a little bit of time.
Tad would yield some of his time to me.
Partners, insurance. Public liability covers all. You okay with the letter?
That makes sense to me, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind if he's asking for us to confirm what the
Right.
highway department said. We can't say it.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Goes back to him in that letter, I looked at the GIS and those four people.
Right, those are the ones, yeah.
So they probably should all know about what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thanks.
So Dave would like to get in, I told him we'd probably fit him in for 3 or 4 minutes before Tad.
Yeah, if we are ready, we can go ahead and do that now.
So you were my background music this morning in the office watching the meeting, and all I wanted to do is come up from 4-H's perspective and say, we want to go along and get along. If there's a truck show that comes up there and we have the dog show somewhere on the fairgrounds, that dog show takes like the sheep barn, one little area.
Okay.
Whole rest of fairgrounds would be fine. If they come up there on mini 4-H day, we need a building and a place to put a couple animals for them to go pet, baby pigs and stuff. So we never even had this conversation with anybody. My whole goal would be to come in and say, hey, we got a truck group that wants to come in on the 13th and it's going to be $3,000. What do you need? And here's how much area they need. Horse show the weekend before. They're all back to horse arena. We're not on the rest of the fairgrounds. So most of our 4-H stuff, even though we have a lot of events through June and July, tractor driving, you've been there. Tractor driving practice, we're out in the same field that we do with the farm club. And the farm club actually wants us there because it gets them people interested in tractors for their show.
Yeah.
I just want to go along and get along and have some of these open communications before all of a sudden it's gone to a board or it's gone to you guys as commissioners, because a lot of this stuff we could just work out with talking.
Okay. That's all I'm asking. I'm going,
That's all
trying to be here, I'm like, why is it an issue?
I mean, you've been on the board several years. You've
Yeah.
never seen me come with any of those issues in
Yeah.
the past.
Yeah.
I mean, come talk to us. What do you need? What do you need us to do? How much area do we need for mini? I'll show you what we need.
But see, I think some of the problem is the park board isn't involved. They're lacking except for going to a meeting.
Well, you've been up there when
Yes.
when we, 4-H events.
Yeah.
I'm up there every 4-H event. I mean,
Right. I understand that, but I even mentioned, but they haven't had no meetings for the last 2
right.
months, and about seeing if you could combine, like the dog show and the other 4-H junior.
So
The same
Yeah, I
day or
mean,
not. I didn't know.
the reason they picked the 13th is because, and I don't agree with this totally, but they don't want lots of other noise and distractions going on. They don't want any other animal smells where, like, we used to have it on sheep and goat ID day. Well, now all the sheep and goat are peeing and pooing all over, and kids are walking them around, and now the dogs are smelling that instead of doing what they're supposed to do. Well, somehow we are able to do the state show at the state fair, during the state fair, but we can combine some things. That's what, all I wanted to tell you.
And that's my statement is that if someone wants to rent the whole fairgrounds, that the conversation goes and says, all right, folks, we're not saying you can't do this here, but how can we make both work? That's all I'm asking.
And all I would ask is them to tell the truck group, hey, we have some 4-H events going on that are going to take these 2 buildings, or they're going to be back at the Horse and Pony Show Arena, and just so everybody goes along and gets along.
Yeah.
We haven't, I mean, mini 4-H day and those days are almost always the same time. The third weekend of the tractor driving is almost at the same time. The practice is the week before the farm club. But all we want to do is just have a conversation. Come over and say, hey, is it going to bother you if the grandstands and, all down the front stretch is a truck show? Where they got trucks out there and they're, no, it's not going to bother us. I mean, we'll work to get along, because we don't want to take an opportunity for the county to miss a couple $1,000 out there. Every buck that we spend out there, every buck the county spends out there benefits us all. And I, for years and years, it was always we out there, not you and us, 4-H and them. And that's what I want. As a county extension director that's in charge of the 4-H program, I want to have open communications and talk some of these things out.
Yeah.
Probably before I hear, well, they went to the commissioners and the commissioners said, well, and I didn't even have a clue. I didn't know there was a truck thing until I heard it this morning in your meeting.
Right, but it's because of lack of 2 meetings, so.
Right. So from 4-H's perspective,
Yeah.
I mean, the president of the 4-H board is just right down there on the left.
Yeah.
It's
You know,
Monica, and we want to work with the park board, the county, and everything else.
Some of the funding that comes for the fairgrounds over there is called the Ripley County Parks and Recreation.
Yeah.
That board, the Ripley County Parks and Recreation Board needs to be thinking about Ripley County Parks and Recreation. Okay? And this is not saying I don't care about 4-H or that it's not, but I'm
that's
telling
not their role,
you,
yes.
we need park benches down by a bridge that we have a bridge to nowhere over in Holton, right? That should be another part of Ripley County Park system. Ripley, anyone wants to donate to expand the Ripley County Park system, like, is where I'm trying to get at, is that I need that board to understand that there's multiple facets as to what they are being funded to do and what the taxpayers, because the comprehensive plan that you're familiar with, I was in here. I believe that comprehensive plan is very pinpointed to where people want parks and recreation in Ripley County. I'm just trying to ask the park board, what can you guys do that is not all dedicated to one organization? And I'm saying multiple that are involved in that park. To what is their actual purpose in being there? You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at. I could be wrong. These guys could be disagreeing that we're just going to use this funding and just support the Ripley County Fairgrounds, and that's the only purpose for it. But that's not what the taxpayers are saying they want in a comprehensive plan. So that's the reason why some of these conversations have been going on. And quite frankly, from a commissioner's standpoint, everything just used to kind of handle itself over there. And it did. But there was also no consistency. There was also people taking advantage of, and people just saying, okay, do what you want because I don't want to deal with any of the problems. So I agree with you. Communication, all that, and I mean, if you guys are the understanding, well, the county has an opportunity to have an event here, then that's better, just as good for everybody.
So, Chrissy, if she'd have come over and said, hey, on the 13th of June, 13th and 14th, we got a big group coming in here wanting to spend $3,000. You've got a dog show, because this is what we gave them. You got a dog show scheduled. What area would the dogs need? Well, they need the sheep and goat barn, which is back in a back corner away from about everything else. Would it bother you that, no?
Okay.
And if it's going to bother the dogs to have loud trucks burning out on a burnout pad, then the dog group has an ability to move to the 20th. And when we're doing tractor driving practice, there's no loud tractors that are on tractor driving practice. I mean, you hardly know they're out there on tractors. So
I think it would have been brought to the attention, but it hasn't been decided on
right.
to talk
I want
about.
you to know as commissioners
Right.
Yeah.
that I would much rather have that conversation than to hear 4-H and then hear, this coming up in your meeting. Skid steer, you're exactly right. We've got plenty of people that had skid steers. We don't use the county skid steer a whole lot. We did have our people take all the tires off, take them and get them changed and put them all back on, which if you've ever priced labor's as expensive as the tires. So we're willing to work with the group however we need to. We just need a little more open communications.
Yeah. While you're here, there used to be a lot more, the kids coming up helping with the park and stuff, and I haven't seen that. Whatever happened to that? Because I know they was painting some gates here, I was told, the year before, and the park furnished some paint, and then paint come up missing, and they never did get completed. So I don't know what.
The park board a lot of times has said, well, we'd like to clean this up and we'll furnish the materials, and then we put out the word that we need 4-H'ers to come up and help paint hog gates or sheep gates. That's still available. That's still.
Okay.
It just, if you're not communicating between each other, then you're not finding the opportunities for these things either.
Right.
And all I want to do is we're very open to have communications, and that whole facility needs to be we, the county. Mm-hmm. And it had been for years, several years. So I just want to get back to that because I don't want to butt heads with anybody over that facilities or park use. We'll work with however we need to. And I wanted to come tell you that in person, just to tell you that's been our approach for a long time. I mean, I was here when we turned it into a park. Mm-hmm. And the reason we turned it into a park, it's headbutting. Well, if you're going to tell us we got to do this, then we're going to file a lawsuit. Well, the reason it became a county park is to dismiss the lawsuit because adults couldn't get along. I mean,
well, and that's all. And that's all I'm asking too. Is that, if there's an we've challenged everybody at the park to put an agreement together, so someone's not whining who's messing with the water wagon, right? Or like,
That
you know.
agreement, that agreement went through committee, went through our board, is sitting on the park board's table,
Yeah.
but they haven't had.
And they've had some issues with
Yeah.
turnover and things like that,
So I think it's a very fair program. There are a little increase for, pit passes and things like that. Open communications is the key, and I've never been one to want to close that down. So
Yeah,
I want the
okay.
commissioners to hear that, I want the public that watches this to hear that. It's a whole lot easier to go along, get along, and work together than it is to bump heads.
It is, but I mean, and I don't know how many of these meetings you watch, but from a commissioner's standpoint, I think I might have told you this on the phone, like, the amount of conversations that I have after running the whole county as a commissioner, buildings, all the stuff that I'm in charge of, most of my time has been dealing with stuff that's going on within the park. Right? That's where I'm like challenging the park board, figure this stuff out. You have a complaint, go to the park board and bring it up, because every time someone disagrees with what the park board's doing, they're calling one of us three. You know, and it's like, what do you have the park board for? Trying to just get everybody, get some of this stuff updated, these agreements updated, I think should solve 95% of the problems.
So I know you said you had a sheet there that had all the dates that you
We're
guys.
requested every year to give all the dates for all the things we use the park for. In the original agreement, 4-H was allowed to use those facilities, because honestly, we built most of the facilities over the years. But they wanted the dates so that they could know when a group came in, here's the dates that are available and here's the dates that aren't.
Okay, so are you, on that document, are you asking for certain portions of the fairground, or are you asking for the whole fairground? See, I think that's where you're talking about
Yeah,
communication, but I think everybody's assuming you're asking for the whole fairground. So if you only need a portion of the fairground, maybe that should be put on this paper, so.
It is.
Okay.
So dog show, building 4, 5, and 6.
So you guys are good. If you're only wanting buildings 4, 5, and 6 on the 13th, then there should not even be any communication. She can rent the rest of the fairground out as long as it's not building 4, 5, or 6.
So mini 4-H day.
Right. So as long as she knows that, we should be good. All
3,
right.
10, 14, and 15.
Okay.
Tractor driving practice, building 5A, which is where we do the scoring, and the fields behind there. Yes, we give them what facilities.
Okay, so as long as we can rent out any other part of the fairground except what you guys have listed here, there should be no problem. And I think we just need to understand that and move on. All right, thank you.
Right,
Sounds good
I
to me.
totally understand, but like I said, we haven't had a meeting to even,
Yeah.
or they haven't had a meeting to vote on it. So,
Yeah, like I said, we've had that agreement that you were talking about on their table, but they haven't met the last two.
correct.
I wanted you as commissioners to know, and you've got my number.
Yeah,
If you got a question when it comes up,
yeah.
doesn't matter where I am.
Okay.
Because
I mean, I'll tell you, I didn't know your paper was that detailed as to what you guys are using. I mean,
that sounds like it's pretty cut and dry.
yeah, that's.
Anything outside the scope of what's on that paper is free to rent to anybody for any reason.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't see what the issue is, but,
And if like on the 13th, it's a big event, it's gonna attract tons of people and all that, let's have a conversation. Like I said, that dog show's not set in stone.
okay.
We can slide that dog show one way or another if we need to. That's the compromise that everybody needs to.
Well, that's what we need to know, and probably the, park board needs to understand too.
The park board needs to be more involved.
Yeah.
Like I said, they show up at a meeting. Have they been communicating with you? No.
Well, I've communicated.
I'm
with a
trying to
couple.
stay out of it and just show up to meetings a little bit, because I'm not the one who makes the decisions.
Right, and neither am I. So I wanted you to have an idea of that.
Well, I appreciate you bringing it in.
Get along, go along. If something comes up, let's have a conversation.
All right, thank you.
Yep,
Appreciate it.
appreciate it.
Thanks, Dave.
9:30. Tad Benson.
Pass the word along, Dave.
Well,
Hi, Tad.
hi.
Good, good.
Wonderful.
We've got an amendment there to the zoning code about multifamily housing requirements.
Can you please talk into the microphone so
Yeah.
people can hear you?
You can see the planning commission voted on that the other night, 9-0. The favorable to y'all make these changes. This makes the, remember we did the figure 1 chart, all the requirements for sizing and setbacks and all like that. Well, this mirrors that. So you've got 2 sections of code saying the same thing.
The other version talked about it being like 35% maximum lot coverage, but when figure 1 was amended, that changed that to where it just went off of the figure 1 setbacks, where there was there could be no improvements.
In the setback.
Within the setback area.
So is this different than what was already approved?
It essentially eliminates the 35% maximum
35%,
lot coverage.
yeah.
To make it fit with whatever figure 1.
But everything's got to be inside
The setbacks.
the setback,
Yep.
nothing overhanged.
Right.
Okay.
Everything else.
Okay, I'm
I think
with
is
you
the
on that.
same.
Everything else is the same, yes.
But when figure 1 was modified, the 35% lot coverage in the former version of that, it's contradicting
Okay.
one another.
Is that one still a valid, this one's for BZA and the other one's, or this trumps the one that was done?
This just amends the one that you guys adopted
In
in
June.
June to basically follow figure 1.
And figure 1 is what we approved the last time.
Yes, in September.
Yeah, there was the June one and then was figure 1 in September.
So this vote 9-0, everybody was present.
Everybody.
All right.
So what
We
was,
had 2 people gone.
what was it said during the meeting that something did not get advertised? There was something regarding that something did not get advertised and you're doing it again.
For the September meeting.
I think there was a mistaken belief that the June one somehow wasn't done.
Right.
Just for whatever reason wasn't found, but it's in
Fair,
place.
yeah.
So this is,
That was a misstatement, that the other one wasn't in place. It is in place. The one that was done in June.
okay,
If you're talking about the December meeting when something wasn't advertised?
Yeah.
He had a subdivision that he
Yeah.
didn't get public notice done, so that's why it was tabled.
That would
Okay.
have been.
because it was brought to my attention by some concerned citizens that it looked like some things were not going on that were above board, okay? And I'm just telling you, we work for the public and we need to make sure stuff looks as up and up as it possibly needs to be. Understand mistakes get made, but by golly, my phone was ringing this week over that, and it is what it is, but I was under the impression that it was not advertised right and that things were done wrong and then that someone was going back into trying to fix a mistake.
No, you call and verify everything was done right, so we gave a statement when that happened. That original ordinance from June is in place.
Yes.
And everything in that would have had to have been followed, and then I think the application after figure 1 was amended, so that would have had to follow figure 1 as well.
So this is
If
the,
there was some confusion stated by some things I said, I apologize for that,
Right.
because for some reason, up there, we were not able to find that ordinance or the advertisement. But again, sometimes one is a little delayed in sending the publisher's affidavit over the paper, but it was published.
okay.
Everything's good on that.
Is it also true that somebody in the public wanted to make comment, was told they couldn't make public comment after being on the agenda?
No, they spoke.
I think after they were corrected. But if someone's getting on the agenda and wants to be on the agenda and clearly states, and the president of BZA says they have no reason to talk, I find an issue with that. So,
Well, I don't know what they were.
I didn't watch the video, I am just going based off of what I was told, but,
But Ben didn't have a letter presented, because I don't think,
No, that was when Lori wanted to speak, and Rodney didn't want to hear the same thing as what,
well, that was if there was anything new to
New,
be said, but if it's just repetitive of what's already been said, we kind of had that long-standing thing that you don't just say the same thing over and over. But she ended up speaking.
okay, that's all that matters. All right.
I make a motion to pass it.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
How many copies do you need?
Just one, signed by all three.
You want this one? It has been brought to my attention as well that we probably need to go in and update all of our code and bring somebody in.
That would be a good idea. There's things that the state changes we don't have a clue of until after the fact.
When the last time it was updated, other than various amendments, to address individual situations with the competency.
I mean, there's a lot, the challenge is there's a lot of money that's associated with probably doing something like that.
Yep.
But it was brought to my attention that we probably need to start looking into that and figuring out what it's going to cost, so.
Well, I had approached HWC, the one that's doing the comprehensive plan about it, and they said they'd be willing to give an estimate.
They'll give us an estimate on what it would cost. So, yeah, that would probably be,
So if you want, I'll have them go ahead
Yeah.
and give us a figure.
Yep.
it's worth doing. All right, thank you.
Tad, before you go, I do have a question. On the, pertaining to something else. So on the 911 address ordinance, is that all in place now?
Yes.
So somebody can come in and
Yep.
apply for 911, okay, all right.
Yep.
Has anyone done it yet?
Two.
Okay.
All right,
Well,
okay, thank you.
Yep,
use my
thanks, Ed.
imagination to figure out who those two were. All right, 9:45, so 6 minutes. We have,
I was gonna ask something, I saw this executive meeting with the different partners. It's, I guess, what's?
That was the person that was sitting here when we was talking after the meeting, last meeting. And it got forgotten about.
It's to share personal information for insurance purposes.
For like health insurance? Oh,
no, liability and,
Liability and workers' comp and
okay. Is it, well, the way the executive session law reads on that, and maybe it fits under it.
I'm pretty sure it does because other counties are doing it also with this group because it could pertain to some workers' comp issues.
that, and there's some,
Pertain to-
call it some, maybe lack of coverage, so to speak, in certain areas that they want to bring to our attention that we cannot be doing in this type of meeting.
I was gonna say, the section 18 says discuss soliciting proposal for the purpose of awarding contracts for goods or services when proprietary data, trade secrets, or other information is contained in the bidder's proposal relating to the bidder's unique methods of conducting business or determining prices or premium rates to be charged for service under.
We're not talking about any kind of prices or anything. We're just basically talking about,
Understood. It probably fits under that, or at least there's an argument that says it should.
I mean, you think I want to sit down and meet with salespeople?
No.
We have the letter that John sent for the alley in Olean. Do we want to go ahead and get, I mean, that shouldn't should be a matter of us signing it, right? Go ahead and address that real quick.
Yeah, that would be great.
Amy printed it out. Put that together. Based on what the GIS shows, there's actually 4 different property owners who touch or access that alley. So they really should probably receive a notice, all of them.
will you bring me the rest of the back desk?
Looks good to me. You guys want to review that? And-
It's the same, that's what you sent us a copy of, right? Yeah, I've read it already, so yeah, I'm good with it.
I did too. Yeah.
Can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion to sign that and get copies sent out to the 4 people listed.
Okay.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
In a nutshell, it confirms that the county's not receiving funding for that road, nor do they maintain it. But it also explains the process for vacating an alley under the statute, that they should seek a surveyor or attorney to help them with that process. If they decide they want to vacate
The
it.
letter from the highway garage, was that signed by Jason or anybody?
Should be. I think it was just typed.
If you want to come over here and sign that.
Yeah.
Make sure I get it back. It's not a very good one. Jeff didn't give me the really good one he's got in his hand. That's the good one. Just kidding.
Gee whiz.
Thank you.
Maybe we'll make copies and mail it out to all 4 of them.
All right,
That'd be great, thank you.
appreciate it.
Ripley County Care, more than welcome to come on up.
Hi, again. My name's Janine Osdorf. I'm the founder and the CEO of Ripley County Care, Inc. We're a nonprofit organization, as you guys well know. We've been here for many times before, and we're back again. Ripley Care, we're asking the county for change. And we realize change can be a scary thing, but we're asking for something that Ripley County has never had. Since the start of our group, Ripley County Care, 21 months ago, we have made a lot of progress. We partnered with Ripley County Humane Society, which is not county-owned. And with the assistance of Ripley County Health Department, we now have in place a monthly, low-cost spay-neuter transport, and we just finished our 3rd van load at Ripley County Humane Society last Friday night. We've held our first spay-neuter, rabies, and the vaccine clinic. That was on November the 1st. And we plan another one of those in the spring of 2026. It's come to our attention that there's really no plan for any progress on Ripley County's animal control process and the problems we have. It's just, it is what it is. We do have animal problems in Ripley County. Turning a blind eye is not going to help it. We have no accountability for anyone in this county that's not obeying Indiana state law. We need new ordinances. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Ordinances that deal with our current issues, ordinances that enable the sheriff's department and the dog warden to enforce, and actually write citations for those who are not obeying Indiana state law. There's a lot of that disobeying Indiana state law going on. The so-called care committee, fact-finding committee for council, was nothing but a farce, as well as our current animal ordinances, since they only deal with vicious dogs. During my time on this care committee, on this fact-finding mission, I went to several other counties, and what I found out there, it's a total embarrassment that Ripley County doesn't even come close to what they do. Mr. Horstman, Mr. Gillian, and Mr. Volz, you are our elected officials. You're the executive branch of our local government, and you need to see to it that our animal ordinances are up to date in providing health and safety, not just for the animals, but for the residents as well. The effects of zoonotic diseases, we've discussed that before. We don't need to go over it and over it and over it. We all are aware zoonotic disease is real. Our dog warden needs these ordinances to help him with a lot of the issues that are current. Ripley County government needs to be upholding the Indiana state law. As the dog warden's governing body, it's your duty to make sure he has the proper tools to do his job. And lastly, but this is definitely not least, we got to stop the dog warden from adopting out and rehoming dogs that are unimmunized and intact to just the general public. This is not a solution. It is potential liability
Should we
for
just put
Ripley
them down
County.
then?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Because we can't save them all, no matter how hard we try, and try we do. But the bottom line is, with the backyard breeders, everything that's going on, nobody's got a handle on it without the ordinances and without any licensing in the Ripley County. We don't even know how many dogs is in Ripley County. There's 11,000 households in Ripley County, and if each household had one dog, and they paid $5 for a registration fee.
So there's one household that doesn't have a dog, so you can mark one off that.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
actually two.
Okay. Well, but there's some households that'll have 6. So just even it out, 1 per household, and at $5, what'd we say that was? Yeah. So if they got 2 dogs or 3
$55,000
dogs?
doesn't even cover a salary or benefits of a full-time employee in Ripley County.
Well, if they have 2 dogs, it's 110. It's
Yeah.
a start.
It's a start, and it's something that we
And I
could,
saw on your, I'll let you finish.
it's something that we could do. It's just, it's thoughts. I know that this is not going to happen overnight. We all know that. We've never had anything before in Ripley County. But just because we haven't had it before, doesn't mean it's not important. And it doesn't mean that things are going to get better. We're all adults, we know it's not going to get better. So it needs to be addressed. We can't, the liability that's there, I mean, if somebody gets bit by a dog that's been adopted or rehomed, that it's not immunized, when that is state law, that is a liability, it's real. Our group, Ripley Care, we continue to advocate for the animals, and it's our mission to inspire and educate and promote animal wellness, as well as preventing neglect, abuse, and zoonotic diseases. We need Ripley County to start to prepare for the future of animal wellness. At this time, I've got a list of questions that our group wants me to ask. Number 1, how many kennels/holding pens are currently available at the dog wardens? How many pens?
Don't know.
Anybody know? Well, on November the 16th, it was put up on Facebook that he was full. And we know Ripley County Humane Society is a society, and they are a no-kill shelter. So they're also full. Okay, has the county provided proper education for the position of dog warden? Has he had certification, or has he had education?
I think he's been working for the county for some time, so I
Right.
think he's got a lot of it.
Several years since Scott died, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, BOA, the Board of Animal Health in Indianapolis, has a free online course, and that's for prosecutors, officers, and I'm sure the dog warden could also take that free course, and it would not hurt to have it. Has the county provided our dog warden with protective gear and protective gloves? I don't know. Does he have live traps? Small, medium, large, and extra large? Because if you got a dog that's loose, within 2 days, 3, it becomes feral, and you just can't catch them. But they get hungry. They'll go in a live trap. And that would be a lot safer for our dog warden to have live traps to get these dogs that's out there running at large. Does he have a 5-foot snare? Everybody knows what that is. Muzzles and slip leads. First aid supply. Does he have first aid supplies? Does he have a first aid kit in his vehicle? Chip reader. Has the county bought him a chip reader?
Yes, he has a chip reader. You're
Okay.
asking a lot of questions there.
Yes.
That should be asked, you should be asking the dog warden that.
Right.
I've been sitting here for 11 months, and the dog warden has not come in and asked for any of those things.
So does he have them?
It's my assumption he has them.
Okay.
If he needs that due to the course of business,
Right.
he obviously
Well,
has.
He has a
those two are
budget,
vital
and I don't
things
have
up.
it, I don't have it in front of me, but Ripley County already has, what's the budget? Amy, can you look real quick? Thank you. To sit here and say we're not doing anything, not true.
I'm not
Okay.
saying that.
And
I'm asking the questions.
So, I'm sorry, I apologize for interrupting you. Go ahead and ask.
That's okay. I mean, these are questions that people in our organization want to know. And Our numbers has doubled in the last
I'm sorry.
3 weeks. We got 511 at the last time I looked. And they're asking me these questions, I don't know the answer, so I'm here to ask you guys, you're his governing body, I thought you would know. Those tools are vital for his job, make his job easier and safer for Perry. And last but not least, the rabies vaccine, that is Indiana state law. He should be able to encourage and actually enforce the state law on the rabies vaccine. He should be able, when he gets these dogs and he looks at them and there's no tag, then he should be able to contact that person if it's a lost dog, that person, you know, that he's going to rehome it to, and it is their dog, and they have proof that it's their dog, and they don't have the rabies vaccine, then there should be some way that our dog warden can tell them, you have got 10 days to make an appointment and get your dog's rabies shot. Now that we have started the rabies clinic, we're going to do it twice a year, fall and spring, and that will be taking place at Ripley County Humane Society on their property, and we have a licensed vet that does it. So it makes it a lot easier for people to have their dogs immunized. The future of our county needs to do better, and, you know, we need these ordinances, and I might add, we all know this because it's been discussed before. Ripley County is the only county that don't have a county shelter, and county shelters do euthanize. And we can't save them all because there's just too many. One female dog, she can have 20 pups in a year. I mean, it happens, and you can't put a lid on it, and you can't hide it. Yes, some of them are going to have to be euthanized, but let's try not to be shooting them. Let's step up and take them and have them euthanized. That's all we have at this time. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I've got some comments I'd like to make, if you guys are all right with it.
Yes, sir.
So, if you want to come back up, you may have a question. So, I do take some of the things you said there, I almost take a little bit of offense to them because you're saying we're not doing nothing.
No.
And I personally have been in it, I think, 3 meetings with you where we are trying to do something, 2 meetings, and then I've had 2 other meetings with 3 people from council and
Right.
myself. So I don't like the fact to sit there and the public thinking we're not doing nothing, because all this has happened since June during budget time. So we
Right.
are doing something.
All right, we are
Okay,
moving
I
in
want
the
to make
right...
that clear on the public.
Right,
We
we're
are
moving
doing
in the
something.
right direction.
Okay.
And I understand that, and I commend you for being on that committee. And just because you don't have a dog doesn't mean that we shouldn't be caring for
You're
these.
exactly right.
Because this problem is going to get worse. I'm predicting it. I've seen a lot of things in my time.
Right.
And I'm telling you, we need to,
So
for our
all-
future and for the health and safety of the residents of Ripley County, with rabies trying to make a comeback, that should be a focus right there. We should be concerned about the safety of people, because you don't want to get rabies
Right.
from a dog.
So as far as your questions you have that from the people in your
Yes, the
community,
people in our group.
If you guys are more than welcome to contact the dog warden, and if he can't provide you the answer to those questions,
Okay.
then he needs to come to us and we can help him figure out the best answer for that question.
That
So I would
that is
like for you
good,
to
and
ask
that's
him-
positive, and that's what we like to hear.
I'd like to ask him and let him answer those questions, and if you ask him a question and he doesn't have that equipment, and maybe he didn't realize he did need it, he'll
Right.
come to us and we will get that.
Right.
So now to back up to the meetings we've been having, you know, we wanted to transition to an animal control officer.
Yes, we do.
Our current dog warden is not interested in that position.
I know,
He
he's
has
told me
said-
that.
They've told me that they're only looking to do this job for 2 years, 2
Right.
years. So that's our time frame.
We have
So
got 2 years.
The three council people and myself have took it upon ourselves to figure out a plan, what we're gonna do with this position, and we've got 2 years to do it.
Right.
We had a meeting with the Ripley County Humane Society. There's options available. We've
Right.
asked them a lot of questions, and they're getting back with us with some answers.
Yes.
I don't want you to think that there's nothing going on, because there is a lot more going on maybe than what you realize.
And I
Okay.
think you need to, sorry,
think-
Roger, but something I do
I
want to
think
say
that what we really want to stress, though,
Excuse
is
me.
the ordinances.
I do want to mention that what you've accomplished in the last year by doing the rabies clinics and by doing the different things, that's huge too.
We are
okay?
part of the
But I'm
solution.
going to say this as an elected official and maybe how I was grown up or whatever it is, okay? That I personally believe that it's going to take a nonprofit, and it's going to take volunteers,
Cooperation.
and funds from people that are as dedicated to this issue as you. Because
Right.
I don't have, I mean, you guys posted my cell phone number on the website, on Facebook. You know how many calls I got?
I don't know, did you get?
Zero.
Well,
Okay? But I'll tell you one thing, as soon as an ambulance doesn't show up at somebody's house in this county,
right?
I'm going to get phone calls. So that's where I have to outweigh, where do we spend the taxpayers' resources at? Do I spend $250,000? Because we're already spending, I don't know what the dollar amount, Amy, if you looked it up for me or not, but we're already spending this amount of funding here.
Wasn't listening.
If we go all in on a animal control, animal shelter, $250,000 of taxpayers' money that we're not spending now on that, versus then does it come down to where we have to lack other services like public safety, EMS service, and some of the other services that this have?
How's the other counties do it then? It would be you guys' job as elected officials to ask other commissioners of other
I
counties
don't have any-
how they're funding what they're doing, because I've seen the paperwork. I went to the auditor's office in other counties, and they gave me copies, and I've looked at it, and yes, the numbers are
And we have a former
mind-boggling.
council
But they
member-
also did tell me in Greensburg that they don't use all what they appropriate. And most of the time, didn't she say less than half of what she appropriates? They appropriate that just to be safe. That's a safety net. They appropriate a big number, and then hopefully they don't use all that. And like
I just
our
challenge
group,
you
our
to
nonprofit,
continue-
we can get
Continue to
grants.
raise money, continue to get people to.
We are.
Continue to get people to volunteer, because the only way, in my opinion, from what I see, that you're gonna get, I mean, maybe we could grant some money for a building. We're not gonna own it, I'm not paying someone to manage dogs, I'm paying someone to take care of people in a jail, right?
Right.
Like, that's where, if you stay with that focus, I think, and get grants and get money and get volunteers and get people to work with the Humane Society, that's going to get you there.
Yeah, we do work
And I
with
mean,
the
I'm
Humane
just, you know,
Society.
the health department's here asking about more ordinances and making swimming pools safer and making, things in the health department, but I don't want to sit here and make it harder to live in Ripley County by passing rules and telling people what they can and can't do. It's a fine line. It's a fine line that we have. I mean, I understand we need to protect the public, but I think at this rate, from some of the council members that I've spoken with, they're not ready to open up a $250,000 wallet right now. And I
No.
do understand if Perry's going to be leaving, that it opens up
We're
that
going to have to do something.
to something.
We are going to have to do something.
But to get into a full-bore shelter and running a facility,
Anybody-
I don't see it anytime in the near future.
Anybody in the position that Perry's in needs all those vital tools, and that person, whoever takes over when he does leave, and if he doesn't have these tools, he needs them,
Yeah.
and it's for his
And
safety.
He's got a budget, he's got,
Right, and
Yeah.
so, there's ways that we can improve what we got going right now without spending $250,000. I mean, anything we do at this point is going to be a step of an improvement.
There's been a lot of steps in the right direction
Right.
over the last year. And I
Yeah.
don't want that to go.
And-
I also don't want to sit here and tell you that we're gonna spend a whole bunch of money and we're gonna run a dog shelter. I'm asking you, if you guys come up with a plan and you guys can work on that, then that's gonna get you further in the direction, because I don't think we're gonna be building a dog shelter in Ripley County.
Is there any one of you that would be interested in talking to some other commissioners, some other counties? Because, like, from commissioner to commissioner, to talk to some of the other counties on where they're, getting their funds? Most of them, what they told me, it was the, income tax money.
So I was on
Used
council
for that.
for 6 years prior to being a county commissioner. A lot of this comes down to the dollars and cents, right?
Right,
The county
yeah.
council issue. I know we had a gentleman that sat on the county council that actually worked for the State Board of Accounts and said the worst business you want to get into as a
Is the
county
dog.
is the dog business.
And Ripley County's never done it.
maybe we could be the smartest county in Ripley County.
Or Southeast Indiana.
In South-
Well, maybe we are the smartest, but that doesn't necessarily make us the safest or the healthiest, because when you got diseased animals,
And
when we
I'm
have,
sorry
when
to
we
cut
do
you off,
have.
but we have bid openings at 10 o'clock that we
Okay.
have to be on time.
All right.
So thank you for being here.
Thank you.
More than welcome. I mean, you know, you got to have these conversations.
Right.
You know, and I just see that people that are really passionate about animals like you are, find more
not
people like
just
you that
me,
want
it's
to
Ripley Care.
put the money behind it, because I'm not having people calling me telling
gonna
me
have these
that I
people
need,
start put
that
their
I need to be spending
presents.
$250,000 on a.
I don't think that necessarily you have to spend $250,000 to improve what we got
All
going,
starts
since
out-
we have
all
nothing
starts out
going.
with a great idea, and
Well, it is a great idea, and what we're currently doing is we're just getting by. It's a Band-Aid on something that needs sutured. Thank you for your time.
thank you.
We're late.
We have bid openings, we're behind 3 minutes, sorry, folks.
Hey, you called me back up. In my defense, you called me
That
back
was
up.
Roger.
Roger, your fault there. You guys have a great day. Have a
Thank you.
good Christmas.
Yes, you too, thank you.
Thank you.
Have everything been checked, mailboxes, all that wonderful stuff? I thought I brought my knife today. All right, what do we have? Fuel bid. Hot mix. That's bridge and culvert. Asphalt materials. Stone. Paving. Stone. Guardrail bridges. Stone. Corrugated pipe. Oil. And energy. Okay. John, here? No. First one that I am opening here is fuel. We have Lawfrey Valley Ag and Premier Energy. So on Lawfrey Valley Ag, on fuel, off-road, this is the fixed price. It's $2.50, $2.5752. I mean, I guess I could round it up, but, you know, $2.58. On-road diesel, $3.19. And gas, $2.52, $2.52. So is Premier on gas or oil? Is there anyone here from Premier Energy?
All of it.
I'm sorry?
It's on all of it.
contracted pricing, thank you. Contracted pricing for gas is $2.64. Off-road diesel is $2.60. And then on-road is $2.22. Excuse me, $3.22. And obviously, there are de-escalating and escalating price for both. I wonder if I can break that up. Okay. So there's oil in there, got it. So these two can remain the same, or go together. I don't know if you want John to look at those and make sure they have all the paperwork.
Don't supposed to check them.
All right, next we have asphalt. First, we have row. 11, number 11 is $92 a ton. Number 9 is $92 a ton. Is this the laid price or just per ton on row? Is there someone here from row?
Yeah, I'm not for sure what they, I don't know what they submitted.
Normally it says like POFE or something. Okay. Actually, sometimes they send two.
Yeah, we did, we sent two.
Okay. All right, and this is Dave O'Mara. Number 11 and number 9 is $68 per ton. Is there O'Mara? There's someone here from O'Mara?
I don't see him, he's usually here.
Yeah. Because it's $68 per ton, and then there's another line item on here for $80. It just doesn't say whether it's laid or not.
That was $80 for number 11 and number 9.
Yeah. That's the de-escalating price. It's actually $68 for 11 and 9. This might be. This is ready mix. And it's $68 a ton for 9s and 11.
Who's that from?
Hot Mix Incorporated.
You said Omer's was 80, 80 laid.
I think that's just the escalating. I don't have it clear on either one of
I texted Paul, he said it's 80 late.
80 laid. Yeah.
Where's he at?
And then that would be 88 for row. I'm assuming the alternate number 2, the $88. Maybe. $92, whether that's the lane. You want to look at it and distinguish the difference. I don't see, I always thought they said 2. Right here. There's the 92 and the 88.
Yeah, that's the Escalade. The Escalade's 88, the firm's 92 laid.
Okay. Sounds good.
So it was 92, what was the other price?
68 per ton. Oh, no, that is,
That's hot mix.
hot mix. I'm gonna cut this. And then it's $80 laid for table there. 68 per ton for.
Yeah, Homera was 68 and 80, and Rowe was 92, and what was the other number, the low level?
88, wasn't it?
88, yes.
92 and 88.
Yep.
And then Hot Mix was 68. Did you have another number for them, or is that just for, that's just,
Do not.
they don't have anything laid then? It's just-
No.
Okay,
Hot mix is just a supplier.
okay.
Where's that at?
New Point.
New Point isn't. What oil, Jason, do you use the most of? What number? What letter? RS2? So we have Marathon Petroleum with RS2 is $1.95 a ton, or excuse me, a gallon.
What was that price again?
$1.95, sorry, a gallon. And then asphalt materials for RS2 is $1.94.8. Pretty close. So. Does any of these other ones, Jason, like the AE90 or the AE90S?
You got APME on there?
Huh?
APME?
Yes, asphalt materials does, and it's the same price.
Okay.
That one's the most easy, self-explanatory. Now we got stone. Was there anything put in these contracts for the stone that we could actually get the stone? No? Okay. What's the two stones that you get the most of, Jason?
11 or 7.
For the asphalt.
73s?
11.
For US aggregates, for 11s, it is $24.20. For 73s, it's $12.87. That's at Columbus location. Looks like it's the same. This is Heidelberg. 11s is $20.60. 73s is $14.85. And New Point. New Point stone for 73s is $16.20. And 11s are $20.75. Did those prices double, Jason?
They went up quite a bit.
I thought we were at like $12 for 11s, or $15.
60, wasn't it? 1960. Yeah. So it went up $40.
Went up 5%.
Yeah.
On
Oh.
aggregate. And I went 4 on base.
Okay.
What I did, New Point, I can tell went up a lot more than that.
Yeah, I think New Point jumped up quite a bit.
We said 1620 on 73.
73s, and then 2s, it says, is $16.20 per ton.
$4. Almost $4 a ton. What about, is that New Point at New Point or Napoleon?
Oh, hold on a minute. Excuse me. Napoleon is yeah, they're both $16.20. They're both the same.
What's his 11s in the
2025. Oh, yeah, so hold on, 11s at New Point, 11s at New Point are $20.25 versus $20.75 at Napoleon. Price going up, must be a hot commodity. A little hard to get out of the ground, I think, this year, wasn't it?
Yeah, this price was $4.
Diesel and electric. Diesel finally stabilized, but electric just
Or like the crushers and stuff, electric, is that where that, yeah?
and I think our electric bill this year was up almost 20%.
Really?
They didn't get none of those free solar panels?
Unfortunately, I don't think you got enough.
Got 3 down at the jail, we could sell you.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's enough land in South Ripley County to produce enough juice to run a crusher.
All right, next on here, we have corrugated pipe. I mean, typically bridge. I mean, I could sit here all day and read these for everybody if they want. Normally it's hard to find something that's apples to apples between the 3. Is there something in particular you want me to read off on these, Jason?
Take one. Bunch of them. Unless you want to simplify
Let me find some apples to apples here. Those are bridges. I'm trying to find a culvert. 16 gauge, 12 inch, galvanized. Silvocon has $15 even. And E3 bridge is $15.34. Pretty close. Is there one in particular, Jason, that you would like?
12 inch fine.
Okay.
That's what, man,
12 inch, so $15 even and versus $15.34.
What was the two company names?
Silvocon is the $15, and E3 Bridge is the other. So here's the two with culverts, and then there's this one here that's bridge and stuff like that. Pass those down to John.
The only one I need to see is the asphalt.
I mean, last year getting stone was a little challenging.
This year.
Okay.
Jason,
I mean, you know, it's like anyone else in the summer months, you're ready to rock and roll and don't want to be held up.
he hit me up twice for it. One thing, this year originally was 4,000 tons of 11s, and I think you guys wound up doing almost 8, which, you know, I can account for some stuff, but that's almost a month of production. So,
Really?
yeah. And we wound up having to do some stripping in September when I really need to crush it, which also put us on.
I thought maybe it went bad or something.
But we do, we've got a plan, I mean, heck, we're crushing today and usually we're shut down.
Huh.
We're gonna crush as much this winter as we can, whether it's the crap weather or not.
Yeah.
about 8,000 tons next year.
Okay.
Yeah. We got a plan going into this next year, so.
Yeah. I mean, if we can't get it from other places, regardless what the price is, sometimes just having it's going to be number one.
Yeah, no, absolutely, but we're gonna do our dangest to have it on the ground for you.
Does anybody have any questions, comments, any further information they need from us as far as numbers or anything goes?
Are you gonna review these before you vote on, or vote on, or are you gonna,
Well, this meeting here is the hardest that we get John Ertl to work.
that's what we have.
So once he's done with
Thought figured.
everything he's got going on, we'll probably table him until next meeting. Once we verify that we have everything and thank you all for bidding. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Tara? Come on up.
Keith did just email me the quote for the team or something.
Okay, you did.
If you can afford, if you can pay for it, get it done.
Okay.
That's what I say.
You guys all right with that?
Yep. Yep.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tara.
He wants to know, can he take pictures of the
Sure.
bids? I figured-
Which ones do you want?
I didn't want to be the one that answered.
Okay.
Can you give him marathon?
The what?
Marathon?
Let's see, which is which here. So there, makes.
When we take these bids, why is there not
Right
a
there.
standardized cover letter with all the pricing on it, so we don't have to dig through and figure all that out? Can we request that?
I probably could.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Because, I mean, everyone's different.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for years trying to decipher this, so put it like, like asphalt should be laid price and POFE price.
So when we send them out for bid, should we have our own template for what we're, for our cover letter that we want pricing on?
Probably a good idea. We need to have Jason come up with something
I
like
think
that.
we need to, it shouldn't be that hard,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, I like your idea, because it's a pain in the ass.
I just hope that stone grinding gets done what we discussed, because it's not easy.
Thank you all. Very detailed. Thank you. Appreciate you bidding.
And I know what we discussed, so it doesn't, we'll see.
What's that?
New pair of boots.
That's what I'm telling. Popcorn.
Really? Wow.
Amy, your girls can have this. We will,
They don't need it.
huh?
They don't need it either.
They can have it. I'll take it down there and get rid of it. Probably start signing paperwork when Roger gets back, unless you guys have something else what John's working on.
Let's see, yeah, we got half hour for the meeting. Yeah. When he gets back, I'm gonna do for restroom break, here he is.
Not allowed to have those today.
I did one. Yeah, you are, Mark.
First thing I have is the solid waste district. Every year you gotta pick somebody to sit on their board. I think Mark does it. You wanna keep it at Mark, or somebody else wanna do it?
It does not matter to me, whatever, if you want to continue to do it.
I've been on it for about 10 years. I wouldn't mind staying on it.
I've been busy enough.
I just need a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
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 I think I stay busy enough, don't you, Mark?
November 24th meeting minutes. You don't have to sign anything. I don't know why I gave it to you.
I'll make a motion to approve them.
Do we have a
That was
second?
for the minutes?
Yes.
Yes, second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 And then claims and payroll.
Make a motion.
What was that on?
For claims and payroll,
I'll second.
all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Only two there, I hope. still don't see how I missed them last week or the week before.
I slipped them in on you.
Probably.
So Amy, on these CNA bonds, the one on here just says, there's one that says like Shauna, addressed to her, and there's one Jeff French, and then there's one just Ripley County.
What is it? Is it AIC? Is it a bond
It's a bond.
or is it AIC? It's probably Ripley County as a blanket.
Okay. Could be. I just knew that all the other ones, like there's Shauna, and then this one just says Ripley County.
Yep, it's probably a blanket. Yep, it is, a $100,000 one.
Okay. Thank you. $0.85 for bolts? My goodness.
That's a cheap.
How much was the delivery fee?
That's a great question, Roger. It's not on here. Do the elected officials pick their own bonds, or why are they separate, or like different brands, or like different? Then
They usually go through Brad. I don't.
Why can't everybody be on the blanket?
they're all through him. Oh, I
Because we
see.
all have to have our own specific bond.
Yeah. So
All
like,
elected officials do, and the ones that carry money are worse than the ones that do not.
yeah, he probably. They all are
He probably
under
just had
Brad.
a better pricing
Yeah.
for over how much that needed to be carried.
Yep. That's exactly what I'm sure it is. Oh, this one here's for Robbie Bradley. And see that, let me see Rob. concrete, charges $278.
Oh, I forgot to ask Craig about our trees. Well, he said something about he was gonna do it when he does the VA thing over here. But when is that? They need planted now.
Yeah, I do not know.
They did, here's the claim for that camper shell.
Okay, so I'll show you this, got it delivered in.
All right, I think that's it. Jason, let you guys know that they're having their Christmas luncheon at the Highway Garage on Wednesday.
Yes. I told him I'd be there. We've been waiting on the rest of you.
Or they're having barbecue,
No, they're having something smoked, I think.
beef brisket or something.
Yeah, brisket, yeah.
I don't know if I'll be able to make it or not.
10 o'clock, really?
Say 10 or 11?
I
11.
think it's 10. Oh, it's 11?
11.
Yeah, yeah.
You can go over there too early, they'll run you out of there.
Well, I'm gonna go early to play cards.
Yeah, they don't play cards anymore. They don't.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Get on the Wednesday card game.
Yeah. Because Sandra likes playing cards. She asked if I was gonna come.
They don't play poker anymore. I don't
No,
think.
not poker, it's euchre.
It used
Yeah.
to be.
Oh, really? Wow. Pretty sure that's what she plays.
Yeah, they play euchre now. Yeah, we had to tell them that wasn't the best thing to be doing. It was me and Gary.
We didn't have your
Me,
permit.
Gary Stutler, and Rodney Stratton are like, yeah, you guys don't need to be playing poker over there.
You can get your gaming permit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't do that no more.
You put that house up for sale?
Yeah, not yet.
We did.
Oh, yeah.
Might be a little better here, wait a couple minutes.
That's what I was gonna think. Yeah.
Tabs. Oh, you wanna borrow my good pen?
No, we're done now. Here, you can have this one back.
Shoot. I guess I should have offered it to you all sooner, huh? Didn't think about it.
Good pen still doesn't make my handwriting any better. Amy used to share really nice ones with me, but she don't do that anymore.
I'm kinda glad Dave showed up.
Yeah.
Might smooth things over a little bit. Cause it's just, nobody was communicating. Don't
Yeah.
seem like, I mean, but we'll see. They got a meeting Wednesday,
Yeah.
so.
Like I said, he's always worked really well with us, and I mean, so, Amy, couple years ago, we had added a day around Christmas time where we closed the office.
You already did it?
We already did for the Friday after the Friday. Cool,
You did it when you signed the holiday list last year?
perfect.
So we're off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yep.
One reason why you guys did that is because it was the non-election year, so we lost 2 holidays. So you threw it in at Christmas because Christmas fell on a Wednesday, Thursday.
We did it out of the kindness of our heart.
You did it because I asked for it. You would have never done it had I not asked for it.
We did it out of the kindness of the commissioner's heart last year.
Yeah,
With
yeah. You tell yourself that.
with the wonderful help and consultation of Amy. Oh, shoot.
Did you already send out the schedules for next year on our things?
I need to add those in my calendar.
Yeah, yeah. When did you send them out, you know? Been a while? Okay. Yeah, I'm sure I'll just go up to Tad's office. He probably already has them printed off. Did you get any firewood cut this weekend?
No. Might do that this afternoon. I gotta having.
Oh, you need to wait for a couple days.
We need it
It
to
gets
be.
down to 6 degrees.
When the ground's nice and frozen, then I can do whatever I wanna do.
It is.
If it gets that frozen, I could probably just haul the logs out, the track,
Nice.
and then just stockpile.
I don't think it's a couple days.
End of the week. Yeah, next Saturday, 17-degree high.
Yeah, that's,
Oh,
it's too early.
now it's 19. So I'm planning on getting going. I gotta do something.
Yeah, I ain't decided to move to a job or try to cut trees down around my farm. Put fence up. I got the cow business.
Brian come over and tell you how to do it? I mean, he's the best. Brian's the best farmer in Napoleon. He tells me that every Thursday.
He probably does. Yeah. Yeah, he was sick a couple days last week, I guess.
Really?
He missed work.
Huh. I don't know if he was at Horseshoes or not. I wasn't, I was at the
He was
Christmas
that
party.
other thing, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, but it wasn't good, took off. So, he might be good enough for this week.
Okay, here are my findings, gentlemen.
Good.
Culvert and bridge supplies, E3 Bridge and Silvercon kind of sell some of the same items. EH3, or E&H Bridge is just guardrails. From what I'm seeing, all their prices are in the ballpark, and a lot of it is going to depend on availability. They all have their bid bond, their power of attorney, their affidavit of non-collusion, bid form 95 and 96, so they're all acceptable.
Good.
You know, unless you guys see a major difference in price, or you want to just call in on one. As far as, let me see here. Stone aggregates. Looks like Heidelberg and New Point and Napoleon are all kind of in the same ballpark within roughly 50 cents to a ton. in stone, but like always, it's always depends on availability. They all have a bid bond, affidavit of non-collusion, power of attorney, bid form 95 or 96. So does US Aggregates. In some areas, US Aggregates are cheaper, but they're further away, Columbus and Flat Rock. You could probably accept all the bids from them if you like.
Just take it as our choosing,
Yeah.
or Jason's choosing.
And like I said, you know, if you basically force them to put a guarantee of availability on it, it probably just forces them to jack the price up. But asphalt, you got your asphalt laid, your asphalt bulk. When it comes to laid, there was two, Polytro and O'Mara. They all have their appropriate documentation, they bond, power of attorney, affidavit of non-collusion. And bid form 95 and 96, looks like there is a noticeable difference. O'Mara is at $80 a ton for 11 and 9s. Surface, for 11 and 9 each on de-escalating, they're both at $78 a ton. Polytro is 92 per ton per laid. And then de-escalating, it's $88 a ton, so 12 to $10 difference per ton. O'Mara is the lowest bid. As far as the bulk, these guys are in the ballpark on these. Hot Mix and O'Mara both submitted bids. They're essentially identical with the exception of O'Mara 66 on the base, or on the binder. Hot Mix is 65. And on cold, O'Mara is 175 and Hot Mix is 170. Other than that, all their prices are the same and all their documents are in order. So, again.
So is it fair to say we could go ahead and accept all on bridge, stone?
And asphalt bulk, yes. As far as asphalt laid, there's a clear lower number.
I would probably do them separate.
Yeah. Do we have a motion to accept the bids for stone? Would you accept them all?
Yes. Motion
Second.
made.
All in favor, say aye.
You're
Aye,
accepting all?
all of them.
Do we have a motion to accept all the bids for the bridge and culvert?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Do we have a motion to accept Dave O'Mara for laid asphalt?
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye,
Aye. Do we have a
Who
motion,
motioned that?
I did.
do we have a motion to accept all pickup
The FOB,
FOB?
bulk asphalt materials, I mean the asphalt 11, 9, 11s and 9s.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And so that's asphalt, FOB 11 and 9.
Yes.
Okay.
And what do we want to do about fuel?
Hold on.
Okay.
Bituminous oils.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
You just had asphalt materials and Marathon. These guys are pretty much in the ballpark with one another. Asphalt materials, they all have their documentation together. Asphalt materials is at $1.94.8, which is essentially $1.95. Marathon is at $1.95 for your RS2 and AE90. For the AE150, Marathon does not have a bid for that. For the 150 with asphalt materials, it's 2.248. APME, AEPL, there was no bid by Marathon. With asphalt materials, there was $1.94.8 for the APME, $2.24.8 for the AEPL, and then for AE90S is something that Marathon bid. They were at $2.23. All the prices were the same for FOB or delivery on the job site. One thing I noticed in the bids, if I read these correctly, and you guys, I encourage you to maybe take a quick look at them one more time. Marathon indicates that they'll give up 1.5 hours of unload time, presumably out on the job site. Thereafter, it's $125 an hour demurrage fee per hour.
So what's the other one's have done in the past?
I don't know. Maybe one-
I would say we, in the past, have accepted both of them because of availability comes up. So we're chip and sealing and one of them can't get a tanker out.
Right.
He
but
does the
That is delivered price, right?
Well, there's the delivery to the location at the highway garage. There's if we go pick it up and then the delivery to the job site, and it looked like they bid it across the board, the same for everything. But like I said, asphalt materials did not seem to have any language about additional costs if a truck is sitting there.
Right.
Marathon offers an hour and a half of them. I don't know if that's enough to chip and seal and empty a
That's a Jason
tanker.
question.
Or if they're gonna be picking up some extra cost that exceeds the 1.5 hour time limit. Just kind of leave
So we
it
need
at
to table that one until we can clarify with, you know,
Jason,
next meeting
yes.
with Jason on all that, or?
I think we're fine if we accept both of them.
Okay, all right.
And then, because,
So you understand you can purchase from either one, that it's not a dedication required from.
because when we're chipping and sealing, if one of them doesn't have it available, even though they might charge you that additional fee, it's better than having guys not being able to chip and seal.
Okay.
But I believe he uses asphalt materials
Okay. So
99% of the time.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Both bids.
And then, interestingly enough, there was one issue with Lockery Valley. I do not see a bid bond attached. However, our bid notices indicate that we can waive certain requirements of the bidding requirements. I don't think you should ever waive the non-pollution affidavit, the state form 9596, or the power of attorney. However, with the history that you've had with Lockery Valley, I don't have an issue of saying if you're willing to waive the bond requirement on them based on their performance, their history of performance, that's can be done. And maybe it's in there, but I don't see it. Bottom line is, they are a little bit cheaper on the fuels, but a little bit higher on a couple of the lubricants. Premier, they have all the documents, including a bid bond, and they are just, ballpark looks like somewhere in the, anywhere from 4 to 5 cents, perhaps, different. Let me look here. On the fixed pricing, say like on off-road diesel, they were at $2.56. And, I'm sorry, on fixed off-road, it was $2.60, 2.6030. Lockery Valley was at 2.5752. We're talking about 3 or 4 cents per gallon. So, and probably on the lubricants, Lockery Valley's a little cheaper on some of them.
I got
A little cheaper on
You
some
want
of
to say
them.
it, Mark?
But
Yeah.
you're allowed to bid on the lowest responsible bidder. So,
I know they're reliable. They are very close.
The question is that, do we want to accept what the prices are now, or do we want to play a game, or?
Well, we didn't do it last year. We just had the delivery price. We never did lock nothing in last year.
Yeah,
Nope.
No,
for this year, for the current year. We never did lock anything in, and I think it saved us money, didn't it?
I think the way Mr. Moon said, he was ahead.
well, the variable,
But
I'm just gonna use Lockery Valley, just on off-road diesel, they're at 2.5374. For fixed, they're at 2.5752. Just, who knows what the oil market will do.
right. But they don't have a just delivery price off of the market on there, right? I thought they did last year. Because we're swinging back and forth.
They did the variable and they did fixed. So the variable probably means whatever the market is. As
I thought they had like a delivery that would be on that, I guess is what I'm getting at. They gotta have it in there, but
well, you want to take a look at it one more time? I mean,
I,
the way I I viewed it, one was a variable price if you decided you wanted to just kind of go with the flow of the market,
Yeah.
and the other one was fixed if you want a contract for some certain price.
What was the variable?
The variable with Locker Valley Ag for off-road, 2.5374, on-road, 3.1444, 87 gas, 2.331, and Premier Ag was at 2.5653 for off-road, 3.1823 for on-road, and 2.4489 for E87 gas. There's an 11-cent price difference on the gas.
Yeah, I know fuel prices have been going down, so, and I know the future is based off of the highest in the prior year, is how they go off of.
On Locker Valley's bid, they made their pricing good 1/1/26 through 12/31/26. So that's for the full year, although the variable would allow you to go up and down. And then,
We can lock it in later. We just didn't do it this year, because,
I mean, and it's funny how, even in a week or two's time, but before the end of your last commissioners meeting, there could be a deviation.
Well, it always gets better once you get through the holidays and you get in January.
So you want to table that one until
Yep.
January and look at that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Is that a motion, Roger?
Make the motion, second.
And are you okay
All in
with-
favor, say aye.
You might want to have a motion to waive the bid bond on Locker Valley, I would think.
Why don't we make it contingent on them supplying us?
Okay.
Make it, we'll table it, accept it, that they need to supply us that information. I'm sure it was just a
You
mistake.
need a motion, or just to,
No,
No, we just need to, if someone reaches out to them,
bid
just tell them.
bond,
Yes.
who, do I need to call him, or are you gonna call him, who's gonna call him?
I'm texting him right now, asking where it's at.
A bid bond's kind of necessary if you're not sure somebody can follow through with what they've done.
Right.
But with their past performance, they've never failed to follow through, and they've never not supplied.
Have they provided a bid bond in the past? I'm assuming
I
they
believe
would.
so.
I'd say it's just an oversight. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just-
I think we should still have it, though.
But I figured I'd go ahead and just make it clear that,
Yep.
we do have the right to waive a bid bond, you as the commissioners. And I would normally say, don't do that unless you have a history of performance and following through. But in this case, you do.
Anything else?
James, we're getting ready to close out. Do you have anything for us? Good. So good.
questions?
So I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye.